We're rolling into our first match, guys. It's going to be Widow playing the Dizzy up against Rock, parentheses, the Human, playing that Sin here for this $100 prize pool at the Jeekly 101. I should have made it $101, huh? Missed opportunity there. But hey, whatever. Missed opportunity there. I'll have to next week will be the 102. And I'll keep that going maybe for a little while until I forget. Widow with a good start here. We got Rock in the corner. We got these projectiles going, and the moment waiting for the throw, Rock was already ready with the tech. Got out of the corner and then threw you right back in there. So great play right here. Widow finding our way back out, using that red RC to keep that pressure up. That flame spear keeping you down as well. Rock getting eaten by this counter hit. Patient with the burst, but with that wings, now you got to start thinking about that resource spend. Feeling like a hero, but the trade on the ice spike pays off for Widow as you get that freeze and that restand. So great stuff. Appreciate y'all for those follows and the subs right before we started. That was very generous of y'all. And y'all, hey, the code claimers got us up to 101. We can go ahead and ruin that perfect 101, and I would appreciate if you did by claiming more of those Matcherino codes. Exclamation point Matcherino to do so. It's free to do. Every 4 codes claims adds $1 to the prize pool. Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm witnessing greatness! Oh! This is beautiful! I've never seen anything greater. Oh, man. And built up the red RC to keep the combo going after. Oh, my God. I have never seen anything greater. Rock going to cancel on that Tyrant Barrel. Not going to be close enough to the wall to break it, but we got you sat down here. Nice job getting that counter hit. Widow getting the clip and game 1. Oh man, I'm so stupid, bro. I did the replay for the end of the match, but I should have done it for the 2Ps. Oh man. 2 fighting game masters refuse to give up neutral. What's going on? Chaff? Asking Chaff, what's going on, homie? Oh my gosh. Great first game for both of those players, man. Massive respect. Locking in those 2Ps. Any one of those Rock could have went for DP, but Rock said, I understand the assignment. Any one of those could have been a Hawk Baker, but Rock said, I got you guys, don't worry. Okay. So let's think about this matchup, right? Rock, of course, having some pretty good forward momentum special moves, especially with the stamina here, but really won't be able to take too much advantage of that if the ice floor is out. I mean, Widow didn't even need to get the floor out in that round. We just had to get you sat down in the corner, that 6H, racking up that damage, going for the wings just in case, but was able to finish off the round anyway. So great play right there. Rock having a reasonably hard time trying to get forward here. Oh yeah, that burst. Widow was about to combo off of that fish if we didn't have that burst ready in time. Avoiding that 2P mash. Oh, went for that meaty 5D. May have been a little early even. Rock getting that Hawk Baker, but the red RC here from Widow is going to be able to finish it off. Michael's sword to close it. Game 2 going to the Dizzy. Oh my god, what a crazy game to start on, bro. Man, shoutouts to Rock. Came in, knows that you know, Widow, of course, one of the Sin goats, was like, hey, I'm ready for the mirror match. But Widow saying, I'm hate to break it to you, homie, you're gonna get zoned out this set. I think Widow has been on the Dizzy for quite a while now. I can't put like a time to it, but I know that when he was playing in the Jeek League, was pulling it out for some matchups. Rock sitting you down here, the 6K link after Widow, knows what comes after that, spends the burst to avoid it. Oh, great movement. Oh, around that JD. Unfortunately, couldn't keep it going with that tap dust after. And because of that, Widow's going to get a chance to get out of here. That meaty 6H not safe into the DP, though. Oh, wow. An amazing JH there from Rock. You know, of course, those air projectiles can be a good way to keep that Sin back, but if they're not out quick enough and Rock is on the trigger, we're going to be able to get in there with those JHs, get those counter hits after. There's that Hawk Baker, the stamina cancel after. If you can keep this Dizzy in the corner, you're in a great spot. No tension for YRC, no burst to push this Sin back. So Rock spending the burst there to be aggressive. Honestly, I agree with that. Oh, okay. What do they call that? The Chicago punish? Punishing a whiff with a throw right there. I guess they said that for DPs. Okay, now Widow has that burst. Gonna be able to get out that counter hit 6P. Now don't let that low HP fool ya. If Widow is on top of his game here, then Rock is still going to have a hard time. Does opt for the wall break, but it's going to be a hard knockdown at least. Won't have that 50 tension here for another moment, but will have that immediate pressure. Respected the potential DP, waited a second, holding back just in case Rock was going to send on that Hawkbaker, and then reacted first with the throw to close out that round and put us on set point. Great jab there from Rock. Now Widow, because we did spend that burst, won't have it to start here. Most likely we'll have it towards the end of the round, I imagine. Okay, keeping you back with those flame spears. Rock at that distance. Unfortunately JHing maybe a little too high there. So wasn't able to clip Widow in those projectiles. Had to spend that burst to keep that dizzy off. He always feels bad. Oh man. DPing back those zoners. Got the 6P instead of what we wanted. Oh, hey, that's a great way to get some forward momentum though, is with that JD. I mean, right into Widow's clutches, though. BRC to see the mix, but this is going to be the counter hit close slash to close off this set. Great play from both players, but Widow on the dizzy coming out on top. Now we're going to show you why. Here we go, guys. Kaneda versus Caliber. Caliber out here with the back throw to start us off. Very strong Unika, by the way. A character that I've been seeing come up here in these upper echelons for a minute. Caliber been playing this Unika for a second here. Bringing out the lore matchup, by the way. Hawkbaker getting blocked on that second hit. Immediate cancel on the super. Kaneda, even if you were thinking about bursting, didn't have the chance. Caliber locking out that resource and finishing off the match with the single JD. Great stuff out here, man. This Unika is going to be strong. Caliber getting 9th place at EVO 2026. Kaneda, many-time top 8er here at the Jeekly. Just played in that Jeek League. Shout out to the team KLP. Let me see what we can do here. Reed severing you down, pulling you up with these overheads. Kaneda finding a gap, goes for that DP through. Full stamina, catches your toes. Damn near full screen with that gun dipper, man. Nice job. Crossing up, getting that counter hit JH on the other side. Caliber getting this knockdown, getting you stuck here in the corner. Got to go for that whip punish there on the 2S. At least got the pressure even if we didn't get the hit. Great jab. Caliber going to be RTL through with enough corner carry. We're going to send you through the other side of the screen. Just barely. Okay, yeah, about to say, we are a pixel away from having that 50 tension. Kaneda knew that, was ready with the tap dust and the RC after. Yeah, trying to be careful around those anti-airs that Caliber has already shown us that we're willing to go for, but the air this time, the JS sitting you down. Great route. Look at that Unika damage. One counter hit later and your HP is gone. Kaneda does have tension to play with here. Started by using it as the FD to keep back this Unika here, delaying our air options here. You saw Caliber going for that delayed JS, trying to see if we couldn't catch Kaneda on like a air dash. It's going to be that immediate super after baiting out that DP, doing the same thing to Caliber that he did to Kaneda earlier on. Try to go for that quick stick. Oh, man. Unfortunate stuff there. Was caught by Caliber's projectile. Kaneda maybe wanted to do a jump over or something. Was ready for the projectile, surely. But maybe we just picked an option a little too late and it caught us after all. Great burst. Keeping you back. Unfortunate stuff. Yeah, you saw Kaneda was walking back there. Maybe wanted to say like, oh, I know he's going for the projectile. Let me air dash. Wanted to react to it potentially. But the red 236S is very fast. So I don't know if you can. I don't know the frames, the start frames on that one. I don't know if that one is reactable. I know the blue one, of course, it's pretty slow. Kaneda with a good start here. Caliber with the tech to get out. It's going to be the cross-up JH answered by the burst. Counter hitting you with that Beak Driver downtown DP to try to slow things down. Another gap here. Caliber not afraid to send that DP. Oh, wow. Was that a clash that Caliber answered with PRC? Weird stuff right there. Kaneda was ready with the 6P back, but maybe just a little too far out. Caliber able to keep this pressure up. I like that 2P. You are minus there, but you're almost kind of like frame trapping a bit, trying to see if Kaneda's going for a slow punish or a slow option to take his turn back with. Caliber can try to keep you back with that fuzzy mash 2P. Paid off. Got him that first round. Good pickup off of that jab with Beak Driver. Caliber doing some great play in the sense that we're able to backdash away from some of these Kaneda normals, and then you're still in the Unika far slash boxing range. 5H with the counter hit. RedR seeing maybe a little too early there, but the 6H to still get the burst bait. I thought maybe the first RedRC was a burst bait attempt, but Caliber using 6H to do the same thing. Gun Dipper RedRC. Caliber has the routes, the close game 2 here. Great play. Yeah, I got a feeling, y'all, you're going to be seeing a lot more of Caliber out here in some of these online brackets. You already have. I got to pull up his recent match history to get acquainted. But, you know, of course, been showing up in those offlines, beating some of the best, and the onlines doing the same. Putting this character on the map. Kaneda, no slouch out here. We're going to see what we have going into these latter games, but Caliber with a great start. Unika is a character you got to respect. I mean, even here in this own tournament series, you were seeing Jack win on the Unika. I've been seeing a lot of players pick up the Unika. Simpikai, Lakey, just to name a couple. Poncho. That 6H can be a great way to box you back. All right, what do we got here? Bit of a stutter step. Going to see if we couldn't catch Caliber with a wake-up option, but very patient here. Definitely was pretty gung-ho with the DPs early on, but that's the cool thing you do with those meterless reversal characters. You can kind of show that you're happy-go-lucky with it early, and then you earn the respects on your wake-up for these latter rounds. Just wake up, do nothing. The JD for the air stall found the gap. Kaneda trying to catch you with the overhead. Caliber trying to do the same, but an amazing whiff punish there from Kaneda. Wow. Nasty counter hit right there. Trying to hold forward to get up away from this Unika out of the corner, but the Greed Sever sitting you down. The just block on that JS tried to maybe go for a button after maybe a missed DP input, maybe a grab. Caliber turn it into a counter hit to push you back here. Those quick projectiles catching us and then trying to get that JH after, but delaying the projectile with 6H. Caliber was still able to anti-air with that gun and put himself on the set point. A little too early in that Greed Sever, but found the gap, sent the DP back. Kaneda blocking out the... Now, that one is pretty minus. Shouts to Jay at my local for teaching me that. I don't know the frames off the top of my head. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Jay, I forgot. But I think it's close slash punishable, the red Gun Dipper, right? The other one's only like -4 or something, the blue one. But the red one, you can kind of mess people up sometimes. Kaneda here... And the threat of Caliber taking this 3-0 kept it cool, showed that we have what it takes to close out these games here. If you can win a game, you can win a set. Kaneda starting off this reverse sweep potentially here in winners, quarters, finals of the pools. We're in winners round 3. Ignore it says quarterfinals. I got to work on my tournament stream helper settings, but... Game 4 out here. The lore matchup. Y'all watch the anime, right? Team Art creators, they're watching. Tell me you watch the anime. Greed Sever's connecting here. 5H putting you in the corner. Good block there on that overhead. Caliber able to get that hold up after. What Kwai said, yup, there you go. Good job. Okay. Overhead's connecting. Backdashing away from those JS's. That's the thing, right? Caliber backdashing some of these. Oh, these Sin normals is still able to far slash back, but the Kaneda's having trouble doing the same out here. Okay, the red RC after they keep that gun dipper going. YRC pushing it back, catching your backdash there with the beak driver. The throws coming out as well. Kaneda with the empty hop, close slash into the overhead after Caliber gets a chance to fight back. Does Kaneda feel like a hero? Now we're going to wisely hold on to that burst as Caliber hits you on the head. One little bonk later with that greed sever. Oh, was that a delayed follow-up JD? That was kind of cool there from Caliber. Nice. Found the DP out. Ah, the 6H there can sometimes get you a cheeky little anti-air, but this time it was Kaneda still finding that JH connection and got rewarded with the full wall break after that 5H on the round start. Distance is so strong. An amazing JP anti-air there from Kaneda and a full pickup after. That damage was off of JP. Of course, it was with the super as well. Oh my god, an amazing couple of interactions there from Kaneda. One wall break followed into a corner setup after. We got you taken out here. Blocking that cross up JH. Nice job. Able to jump out of that projectile. Oh, yeah, you got to be careful about those. You know, Kaneda with some good air-to-airs into full combos. Caliber saying, hey, I can do that too. And we're on set point here. This Unika doesn't have the RC to turn that throw into a kill. Trying to bait out the DP. The burst keeps you back, and the greed sever with the anti-air saying, no, Kaneda, you're not air dashing today. Caliber taking this set 3-1. Great play on the Unika. We got the pink colors coming out. It's going to be FishyFishy up against UmKellan. Going to be playing that Chipp. Now we got some pixie characters out here. Great jab. Didn't have that full follow-up after, but we do have this pressure. Fishy keeping it safe here. Went for the tech the moment we had to. So great defense. Ah, but the PRC low catching you off guard. A jump in after. Fishy spending that burst. Gets rewarded with the counter hit after as well. Taking it down. We spent that other half of the match there on the other side of the screen. One counter hit later. Fishy putting you to the other side of the screen. This Chipp trying to build up 50. Off of that 5K counter hit. This is a great follow-up after the same side, but into the low. Fishy wasn't ready for it. It's going to be sent through. Both players about to get their burst back because of how early we spent it, but Fishy, nice job off of that low-hitting sultry. Was able to close out the round. Kellan wisely holding on to that burst. Doesn't feel like a hero. Getting 6-speed back. Ah, you see, Kellan's ready with the anti-airs with the 5Ps. The jabs already did so early with the 5K, but Fishy already air stalling a bit to try to call that out. I like that adaptation here after only one round. It's going to pay off for this Eno, but hey, Ace, giving it right back to Kellan. Picked up on those JD gaps. Fishy went for another, found a spot to go for the DP, and now we're rewarded with this corner pressure. Spacing out that 2K, but the counter hit from the stroke. Fishy with the 50 as well. Not going to be enough to kill, but one more hit will do it. And it's going to be that PRC sultry. Great stuff. Already both players making some adaptations in that first game. I think we got a set on our hands, man. 2xko netcode is witchcraft. I wish they revealed their honestly, Raider, I mean, I'll say it again. Like, my bracket, I never had a single issue with internet with anyone and regularly had Europeans sign up for my bracket, bro. I wish I could. Can you imagine if Strive could do the same? Oh, man. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. It's 10-cent money. You're probably not wrong, Scary. You're not wrong. Hopefully with some Sony money, we can do the same with Tokon, is what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. A little bit of copium I'm huffing right there. We'll see. Going into our next match, both players making some adaptations. Fishy with a good start. Kellan spending the burst, but another counter hit to follow. Fishy is going to be rewarded with the reset. Didn't go for the wall break, so Kellan gets a chance to try to jab here out of the corner. Fishy, I think, having some very good air movement that UmKellan hasn't really been able to take a chance to take advantage of outside of some early jabs and 5Ks. So since then, Fishy going for the immediate JD. I don't know the frame data on that one, but was able to get the pickup after. So Maybe a little bit of knowledge check there with the instant JD. Fishy getting rewarded with the round. Big shout outs to all of the code claimers, by the way. Appreciate y'all. Exclamation point Matcherino to do the same. What's going on, Macy? Lock in Kmart. That's Kellen. I can say their name because I know them like that. I know pro players. LOL. Lock in Kmart. Okay, here we go. Nice. Good counter hit. Kellen with the rope combo. Oh man, rope combos never get old for me personally. Kellen executing it out right here. The very deep sultry and the fast RC pick up a reset later, and Fishy is up 2-0. Man, gotta say that Fishy's been doing a great job of getting those deep hitting diagonal sultry performances, those dive kicks. Let's see it right here. Did we air stall? Did Kellen 5P? Ah, no. There was a counter hit. So maybe Kellen, realizing that Fishy's been going for the air stalls, wanted to hold on to our anti-air potentially, but then got caught off guard by that sultry timing. So great play right there. The Kell's clutch factor. We got some Kellen fans out here, y'all. See what we got. Big shouts to Kellen. Was playing in that Jeek League. FishyFishy getting hit by that 6K here. Gotta say, man, Fishy. Okay, I was gonna say not a masher, but then one counter hit later, Kellen with a very tricky same side right there. Got the counter hit and all. Counter hit right back though for this Eno. Was trying to bait out maybe a DP there because Kellen was showing that we'll go for it between the JS and the JD, but Fishy not able to get it here. Fast PRC. Ah, but the FD there from Fishy was strong. Kellen tried to go for that 2H, but it was actually out of range. Great whiff punish there from the Eno as we move on to set point. Oh, nice. Starting off confident with the stroke. Oh, a blue beat combo. I like this rope movement from Kellen. Yeah, Fishy in this round alone showed one too many strokes. We all know what that's like, huh? And Kellen was able to get around with that rope. So great stuff. Nice jab. Bursting you back here. Nice counter hit, Fishy. These combos, man, always turn into full corner carries. No such thing, G. Y'all didn't hear nothing. And it's going to be this Eno taking the set. Great stuff out here to this Eno. Moving on. FishyFishy looking strong. All right, you've seen these players before. One of them you've seen a whole bunch, but at the Jeekly, you haven't seen him yet on this Robo-ky. Jack pulling up, representing the newest character in Guilty Gear Strive. But at this point, Robo-ky's been out for what, 2 weeks now? And I gotta say, Jack has been tearing it up in some of these online brackets. I think recently just got a top 8 at TNS just this week here on the Robo-ky. Happy to see what he's got here. And these combos looking crazy already. Look at the electricity efficiency from this player, going for these full routes, getting all this damage, trying to go for air pony, but Rio with a good jab. It can be a little gimmicky going for that move sometimes. Looks like we try to go for maybe a 6P there. Happyrio catching with a counter hit and then a full timer barrel later. Didn't finish it yet though. Okay, I have to peep that stream then, Ganyon. I'll have to peep that stream. Okay, keeping you back, trying to go for that mag, going for a little bit of zoning. Happyrio did not want you to build up too much electricity. Spent that stamina to try to get in here. Feeling like a hero with that burst, but the level 3 rockets coming out. Oh, the level 1. Was that the level 1 rocket? The little piddly boo falling right in front of you, but that's enough. Put up the wall against Happyrio. We tried to go for the air dash JH, and even though that rocket is, quote, worse, was exactly the tool we needed. And that's one of the cool things about the more time you get on this character, right? Jack, a very strong player in the game, already able to use all levels of these Robo-ky special moves. Good throw. Oh, whoa, my God. That was a cross-up JH. Look how deep it hit, man. Devious stuff here from Robo-ky. I know this character can seem kind of like a joke character, but ain't no joke here, man. Jack belt the ass in this first round. That was just off of throw, bro. All right, and by the way, y'all, you see on top of the screen, qualifying for that top 24. Trying to stay on the winner side of the bracket, making up to that top 8. Bursting it back, going for the carpet right away. It's going to give us a couple of uses of that 2-1-4H. I like how we only went for one there. Went for this corner reset instead of going for the immediate wall break. Was able to get even more damage. Keep that electricity high. In fact, we're electricity positive. Because these scooter follow-ups, of course, giving you that resource back on hit. Jack wasn't able to get the super there. You saw that we went for another mat. Of course, it's just efficient there to get the more electricity already, but probably could have, with a little bit more tension, went into super there. Not this time, though, and Happyrio with the counter hit JH gets the reset after with the BRC. Jack does have the burst here, but throwing that hoof stomp follow-up. Happyrio in a very close round there, going down. Jack going to spend a burst quick here. And it can feel, I mean, honestly, having played against this character a little bit, you feel some pressure when you see them full screen, just like you see Dizzy with wings. It's honestly the same effect when Jack just puts down a single carpet and then says, what are you going to do about it? Full screen, you know? Okay. Ponying forward, trying to mix up our movement a bit to try if we couldn't catch Happyrio off guard. Probably a good way to catch those elk hunts, but Rio able to close that one out with Red RC. Yeah, that pony in a preemptive way could probably be a good way to catch out some of those forward advancing lows. Okay. Not afraid to just keep our space there on the rug. Building up that electricity in a great spot here with these rockets. Trying to go for that meaty 2H, which can be a good answer against players because it's a projectile. FD will not push you back. So it being a meaty option is very strong. If you can go for it, the PRC to keep yourself safe with that 6P does get that whip punish, but unfortunately not the full combo after. Nice counter it here on the elk hunt. Keeps Robo-ky in the corner, tries to go for that mash. Jack, gonna see what we can do here, dancing around on the rug, getting it refreshed, but an amazing 6P there from Rio to sit you down. FD to push you back, say, hey, I don't need tension. I got my other resource building up. A burst here from Rio does not want to go down another game. No tension to fight with, but with that full stamina is going to turn this counter hit into some corner carry. Almost having that 50, but the whip punish there on that 6P. One meaty 2K later, and Jack comes out on top. I like that from Rio. Didn't go for the immediate stamina cancel on that beak driver on block. Wanted to try to build up the tension first, but then a little too preemptive there with that 6P. Jack gets the whiff punish and closes out the round. Look at this. Nice job with that 5H. Honestly, you know, Robo-ky got a lot of good buttons. I don't know if anyone's done the Robo-ky move tier list yet, but I gotta say, man, that 5H, it does some work. Let me see the bugs. Allow me to explain. When Jack gets 50 tension, he summons out this Hercules beetle. I see that little homie running down there. Oh, he's running, bro. Look at that little homie running. He's trying to get away from this tyrant barrel, but Rio not going to let you. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You see the beetle? Okay, Rio. Stamina cancel here to try to keep some frames. Jack with another punish 5H. This time we're going to spend one of those 2-1-4Hs, trying to stay meter positive here with that scooter knockdown in the corner. Oh, went for the command grab after. Didn't get it. Why was that? Were we 2+? Was it the range? I know it's a very close command grab, but maybe a little too early off of that 2D on block. Ah, nice counter hit here from Rio. Got this Robo-ky mixed up in the corner. Jack using that FD to push you back. Honestly, that's one of the strengths of this character, it seems, at least in terms of how Jack is playing him, right? Like, yeah, the red RCs are great. The RC in neutral at the right moment can be the tide turner, but really, it's about keeping that electricity high, being able to go for the strong rockets, go for those 214Hs to keep your turn up. But Rio finding the gap off of that 2D, a very safe place to DP from what I understand. But the counter hit from Jack closes out this round. Rio wisely holding on to that burst. But with that, it means Jack is sitting on set point. Oh, man, a little bit of a slash battle right there. Jack gets the hit with that. Oh! Rio, I think 6P'd through the rocket and got the counter hit there on Jack's recovery frames of the projectile still? I mean, it's really not the most impressive projectile ever. Even at level 3, it can be a little weird. Nice trade for Jack because we were grounded. It pays off. Goes for that BRC overhead. Rio getting picked up after that 2H connects. And Jack securing this wall break here. About to have 50 for the mix as well. Already high electricity. Starts off with that pony BRC drift down. And this Robo-ky looking strong. Jack moves on to winner side of top 24. Top 8 qualifier between Caliber on this Unika versus MacMens. That DP can be a little weird to punish depending on the pushback, but MacMens there with just a simple 5H was all we needed. I like that we were ready for it and everything. The pin, trying to use these frames. You got to be careful about giving those gaps to Caliber. Oh, didn't get enough of a run up there to get that throw, but I like that confident far slash to get the counter hit here. MacMens has an amazing read here in this first round on those DP timings. I gave it to Caliber earlier about being ready to go for those DPs early in the set, but MacMens taking advantage of that. So instead of Caliber getting a couple DPs and then making his opponent weary to take our pressure, it may be MacMens putting it in the Caliber's head early. You got to be careful about DPing, homie. Shit is minus 90 now. Great point, Keltai. Does have a lot of recovery. Great point. Ain't no punish better than a close slash punish, but sometimes you just want to go for that tournament safe stuff. And MacMens here needs one more hit to close it out in this first game. But Caliber clapping you back. It's going to be the cross up JH. Oh, nice. Went for the cross-up again, but this time it was the throw. MacMens was ready with that delay tech. The 6Hs to try to catch you off guard. Went for the low. Was careful about going for the jump in, right? You saw that Caliber won one of his previous matches by going for that 6H projectile, and because of that delay on the projectile, was able to catch his opponent with an anti-air when they went in for a JH. MacMens here doesn't fall for that. Goes for the air dash and tries to catch you with the button after. In this case, it was the 2S. Does eventually get the round win. First game going to this Anji.
Mankind knew that. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Gun Dippers coming out the start here. That 5P keeping you back from MacMens. 6P even on block. It's going to get you those frames after. Caliber saying, I'm not blocking today, homie. Tries to go for the DP. Doesn't pay off. Goes for the burst. And it's going to be rewarded with this pressure here. I like the 6H threat into potentially going to that projectile after, but then just taking the space. But then MacMens with the immediate adaptation doesn't let this Unika get away with that. And instead takes our own space on the 6H recovery to get a wall break, but that greed sever has been an amazing anti-air option from Caliber that catches opponents coming at him. MacMens going for that delay tech. I love that adaptation from Caliber. Saw that MacMens is willing to try to go for those delay throws. Immediately answers you with the jump throw bait. Using our tension to keep the pressure up, but MacMens with a whiff punish there on that far slash. Caliber catching with that on hit jump normal. Gets a throw. Tries to get one more hit to close it out. MacMens finds the counter hit to push you back. 2 H frames. Respects Caliber's DP potential there. Having to FD out every hit at this point. The red RC sees the burst flash go through. MacMens gets the punish, and in a very close first round comes out on top. Had to FD every special move at that point. Had to play it perfect, and honestly, yeah, no glaze, but did so, huh? Closing out that round and potentially about to close out this one as well. 50 tension in the back pocket. Good IBs from Mac here, trying to keep that health high, trying to keep that tension high as well. And with 100 meter here, the world's your oyster. Do you go for the guts crush just to do it? No, MacMens spares us. This goes for a simple overdrive to close out game 2. Wants to make it to that winner's side of top 8. Caliber has not gone to top 8 here at the Jeekly, but I said it before, I'll say it again. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And tonight could be the night. Reminder, this is winner's side, so even if you go down here, you still got that loser's run to go. But MacMens trying to be on the top side of this bracket, especially with the way we're playing.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice block there. Reaction to that overhead. Gotta say, man, MacMens blocks overheads, bro. Like my man plays Blaze Blue. He does not get mixed when he's in the corner. He does not get mixed on these round starts. He reacts to those overheads. If he's going to tell people to react to the Anji Nagia, he's got to be able to do it too, huh? And he does. Ah, the burst getting spent here. Caliber not when he gets sent through. Does have some tension here. Oh my god, things are getting weird. Yeah, things got really weird there for MacMens. Anji pinning on the wrong side. Caliber getting that optimal punish. Or was trying to, I mean, with that counter hit close slash. But MacMen's getting a chance to fight back here. It's going to be that Ren Fast RC to keep that pressure up. Trying to tap you to say, what do you want to do about it? There's that DP. I was just thinking I hadn't seen it in a minute. Didn't want to call it and be wrong. Anti-air 2P. Is this Goldlewis? Okay. MacMens with a great round, but it's still either player's game. As soon as I queued that up, the Nagia comes out, and MacMens in a close round comes out on top to go on set point. Spin here on the round start to put Caliber to the corner. Great tech. Oh, Caliber trying to go for that JH, but MacMens with the raw Fujin did corner ourselves, but got away from this Unika. Nice stuff with the counter hits here. Counter hitting back to back. Caliber trying to go for these wake up buttons, but MacMens taking advantage of that. Maybe that last one was supposed to be a DP. Good jumps here out of that pin. Oh, nice. MacMens tried to get a run-up projectile there, I think. A couple of throws back to back. Caliber does get stuck back on that tech. The burst connects. MacMen's going for the parry. Caliber trying to bait out this burst. MacMen's not letting you have it, though. And with that 2P punish, Anji with a 3-0. Moving on to that top 8. Honestly, all right, here we go, guys. You saw Fishy win their earlier match here on this Eno. Let's see how they do against the King. Kriby pulling up on this Leo White Fang. I was just watching Kriby play it out in that big dash bracket recently, our big offline that we had. So big shouts to Kriby playing here in the DMV, going to the offlines, and I'm sure is potentially doing Kriby, you doing bite this weekend, homie? I'm sure y'all from the DMV are doing bite this weekend. Am I wrong? But anyways, we got Fishy here with a great start, getting this wall break, trying to outspace those booms. It pays off. You got to be careful about doing those short hop air dashes against those booms. Fishy doing a great job blocking them out. Nice job. 1 JS later. That's going to be the round for Fishy. Had to finish it off with that sultry. I got to say, man, Fishy playing so good with those Eno dive kicks. Oh, wow. Getting sat down right there. You see how Fishy just puts out the 2H after? That can be a very strong option to try to be preemptive here against this Leo White Fang. Good counter hit here from Kriby, keeping it back. A counter hit later on that 5H. The full pickup after with that 5K. Saving the tension with the counter hit pickup to then turn it into the overdrive. That's some great play, some comfortability there on the Leo. You got to be comfortable turning those 5H counter hits into the corner carries so that you can then use the tension for the cash out damage on the overdrives. Kriby, a great player here out on the King. And thank you, Gibby, for that sub, homie. You didn't have to do that, man. Appreciate you. Kriby GOAT, though. Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of both these players. Of course, Kriby playing the King. Kriby out here representing the DMV. Kriby playing every character. Goddamn, very good at this game. Counter hitting here. Nice IBs. Oh, good block there on the tap dust. I gotta say, man, Kriby with these throw baits. I think it's been 3 in this one game alone. Nice job. Sultry Red RC bursting you back. Shimmy Gaming. Yeah, it's been 3 in this one game. Ah, nice. You gotta save those crossovers. You gotta be willing to go for those raw crossovers, man. It's hard to get into that back turn. Well, okay, well, don't come for me, y'all. It can be hard to get into that back turn sometimes. So you got to be willing to condition your opponent to go for those 2-3-6Hs when they least expect it. And Kriby catching it right here in the replay. Good stuff. Cashing out with that super to close out the round. Torches and pitchforks. It can be. Doesn't mean it is. Yeah. I don't want to hold the Leo down player mantle. Y'all tell me he's broken, I'll say okay. Okay, here we go. All right, Fishy baiting out that DP, cashing out this damage. Going to be able to get out. That's a lot of damage against a Leo, bro. And then the JS re-jump from Fishy is going to be the mix we need to get this first round. Fishy with the hover dash to get that first super to even secure that wall break from that distance in the first place. That's some heads up play here from Fishy, a Eno master. Kriby here in a very quick game 2 is already down to half our HP. I love that delayed burst. Gets rewarded with the corner, but Fishy pulling out the 5K to get ourselves out of the corner, catches the backdash with the 2S, and I gotta say, man, Fishy with the clapback game 2 and a very quick one, even getting a perfect in the second round. Bro, I hope you didn't put all your points there on Kriby just yet, because Fishy right now showing you a strong return right there. I don't know what happened with the replay there. Just pretend the replay was good and that nothing went wrong. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Pretend everything is fine and the stream is okay, because that's what I'm going to do. Game 3 here. Kriby getting that counter hit 5P, pulling up. Oh my god, yeah. Eno's worst nightmare is those preemptive 5Hs. Yeah, try to hover dash into that one, but there's that 2H. I called it out in the first round. Can be a good answer against this Leo. You see that it immediately gets the burst away from the King. Kriby got you mixed up. 2 ways till Sunday. 100 meter in the back pocket as well. Trying the monkey flip, but just holding up can be a great way to get out of that. Try to go for that sultry reset, but Kriby jabs you out of the air and closes out that round. Big shouts to Idola with the raid, homie. Thank you very much, my man. Thank you, Idola. Let me give you a shout out here. Guys, shouts to Space Music. If you know, you know. Idola, you doing the redemption bracket? If not, no worries. Guys, it's make sure you check out those redemption brackets here at the Jeekly. Even if you go 0-2 or 1-2, we run it back in another bracket for everyone who wants to play and test it out and see what we got and try to get another bracket going. Just run it back, you know what I'm saying? Good HDP route here. The fast RC to get the corner swap. Fishy having to spend the burst to stay alive right there. Nice job. The red RC after the JS counter hit. Fishy evening up the rounds. One set away from top 24 this week, so no redemption. This you went 3-2. I hope you didn't take offense to me assuming about the redemption bracket, homie, because my man didn't even qualify. We're too good for it. Oh my God. Fishy and Kriby giving each other a hug out here. Trying to qualify for top 8. All vibes as we get this counter hit close slash. Kriby with that 50 meters going to turn to a hard knockdown. Fishy not going to be able to fight back outside of that YRC. That deflect shield potentially. Ah, and a little late on it. Kriby jabs you once with the 5P to see what you want to do, and then able to close out game 3. One set away from top 24. Big shit. Yo, what's going on, Doe? Big shit, bro. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. That's a good run. Yeah, there's something like 70, 76, 77. Oh, I did it. I'm just playing. I'm playing. There's a lot of people in the bracket tonight, so that's awesome. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, nice job. Hover dashing right over that 2S. Bursting you down. Nice anti-air right there. Kriby trying to find a creative way to approach this Eno right now. Doesn't want to get too antsy there with the 5Hs. The booms, Fishy is still managing to take space through them. So we go to the air, not Leo's most preferred spot to be, but even on the ground, you see that Fishy is ready with those 2 Hs. One counter hit later, and that's the round for you. Fishy coming out on top. Lost to FisyFishy. Ah, there you go. First match was against Willie Oh, not against the buddy. Unironically, Idolo, this is for everyone. If you're ever in round 1 and you're playing against a friend or something, just let me know and I can easily move y'all around in the future. Unless, of course, you want to fight each other. Y'all those kind of friends. You don't mind fighting each other. But in the future, feel free to let me know and I can probably move y'all around. So, as a heads up. Good IBs. Fishy. It's fun to make him post the crying emo image. Shouts to Willie, by the way. Oh, the sultry red RC. Fishy. I gotta say, when Fishy's winning the game, it's a quick one. I looked away to read a couple of chat messages, and we're going to game 5. A couple chat messages later, and all of a sudden, I'm in game 5, bro. Purportedly. Ostensibly. Yo, Scary got the thesaurus out? Goddamn. Anybody old enough to have a thesaurus in their house? Can you be young enough to where you don't even know what a thesaurus is, by the way? Is there anyone who's like, what's that? And that's fine. That's completely fine. To be clear. Ask insert. Insert! No, I'm kidding. Like as if you can hear me. As if she can hear me. Burn taco meat. You don't know what a thesaurus is. Okay. That's interesting. I don't have a follow-up. I don't have a follow-up. That's interesting. MLA here from Fishy to put ourselves onto set point. Insert catching strays right now. I did not mean for it to be that way, by the way. We just know she's young. Good stuff here from Fishy. Catching with the low. Try to see if Kriby was going to go for a burst there, but because of the bait, gets caught by that cross through. Did get the IB, but went for too slow of an option, and Kriby just committed to the back turn K and got the punish. Good approach over the S boom. Air stalling and then catch you with the follow-up sultry, but the jab anti-air to sit the Eno down. Wow, nice. That's a deep overhead right there, catching Fishy on the layer 4. Try to go for the low. Good fuzzy blocks here from Kriby. The delay 236S catches you there on the same side. Fishy does get the reversal out. A counter hit later, but delays the burst. Does not want to get it baited. That 2H hitting from downtown. Jesus Christ. If you're having trouble in this matchup, Eno v Leo, watch this setback and watch how Fishy preempts some of those very strong buttons from the King. Moving on 3-2 into this top 8. All right, y'all. You know, when birthday's train playing, you know what's happening. We got Nubenheimer on the left side. Now I'm playing it. We got RedIAmNot over on the left side of the screen, playing that Goldlewis. Of course, it's what we know them for. The Secretary of Absolute Defense. Going to be coming up against MacMens. I was saying it earlier. I've seen this matchup before. Grand Finals, Winners Finals. But it's the first match of Winners Side Top 8. We're playing for that 5th place spot at the very least, if not making it all the way to the end. I know both these players, previous champions of this bracket. We'll see who comes out on top. Mac here with a sizable lead, at least in this first round. Red does find that JD hitting that red RC after, and it takes one corner setup here from Goldlewis to flip your whole life around. Trading on that 6P, MacMen still gets the pressure after, closes out with that fast RC, and wins this first round. And big shouts to all of those code claimers, guys. We got around a quarter of them already claimed. If y'all could please do us all a big favor, it helps out your players. Here in this bracket, it goes directly to them. Claim those Matcherino codes for free. Exclamation point Matcherino will get you over there to check out those code claims. Good stuff here from MacMens. Was about to get that wall break. Red spending that burst to push you back and then follow that drone up after a counter hit here, trying to go for those 2P mashes. Gets called out by that counter hit 5H, and now MacMens keeping you in this corner. No way that 6P attached so vertically, by the way. Red just trying to jump forward but doesn't get the chance to. Is gonna fight back with this security, but with none left, we're going to have to do it with these old-fashioned Goldlewis normals. A raw hit after MacMens secures game 1 here on the Anji Mito. Appreciate those code claimers. If you're a MacMens fan, you like what you're seeing with this Anji, you're rooting for the Anji Mito, for MacMens himself. He himself in the chat said, hey, y'all, we got to be claiming those codes. We got all these people in the chat. We still got all these codes remaining. He said it, not me. If you want to support your players, this is going to be the best way to do it. For free, for free, for free. Cannot stress enough. Here we go. Game 2. Okay. I did the math earlier, by the way, guys. When we started for our first 100 Jeeklys, including some of our 2x scale brackets and stuff as well, there have been $900 added to the prize pools for free from Matcherino codes. Is that crazy, y'all? For free. And you can keep it going. Claiming those codes. Help out those players. Nice counter hit here. The 2S after. Red getting that same side. Does get blocked here. Trying to keep you back with these FDs. Matcherino is awesome. RT. Matcherino is the shit. Big shouts to Sermi and all the work that the Matcherino team does. Honestly, putting the FGC on their back. Good stuff here from Red to close out this first round. Not even just FGC, by the way. It's all kinds of online tournaments. I'm crazy for you. Thank you, Molten Grandma. Hell of a name. Thank you, Molten Grandma. Appreciate you. Oh, nice job. Able to backdash away from that throw attempt from MacMens. You could tell it was a fuzzy throw with how late it was. Or it could just be a late reaction. Tries to go for this raw Fujin. Gets our chance to fight out of that corner. FD to keep you back, but MacMens still with this forward movement is able to catch this Goldlewis. Using that level 2 security for the drone, keeping you on the ground with that minigun, but MacMen still finds a chance to hold up here. You got to be careful around this burst, but Red with 50 tension, with that security, going to try to take away MacMen's meter, and with that last FD spend, won't have tension here. But with that counter hit is going to be able to get it. I think we're blocking. MacMen's giving you just enough of time to hang yourself, going for that reversal. It's going to be this Anji Mito with this super spend, closing out this round in a comeback. No, that Goldlewis, he's tanky, bro. How could I forget? But the Ren connects, evening up the rounds. Red doing a great job there, keeping MacMens down with that minigun, trying to keep that tension away as well. But one counter hit later, and MacMen's running away with the round. We got 50 built here. Good IBs there. I'm seeing this defense from Red to keep this Anji back. And between the IBs and the FDs was outspace of that 5H. Given too much time here to the Goldlewis, and Red finds a chance to go for that drone. Mac does have this deflect shield. We'll see if we end up using that resource or if we save it for the burst later. Red, of course, sitting on a blue burst. The cross-up JH getting blocked here. Deflect shield does come out, pushes you back. Red with the IBs, but maybe expected MacMens to be a little bit closer. Oh my god, that was some crazy reset pressure. Went for the air dash JK, the cross-up JH after. MacMens was ready for the start of it, but Red still finds that wall break to put us into a last hit situation. Of course, Red does have that burst to keep themselves safe. Oh no, unfortunate drop there. Got the 2H instead of the BT that we wanted. Does have this burn it down though. Still a Goldlewis world. We're just living in it. Trying to catch you with this 2S, trying to be preemptive. Oh! Not the hit there on the Fujin. Trying to get the red RC, but was too late and got the PRC instead. Air dashing away, back dashing from that drone. Ah, but catching your toes with that boot. RedIAmNot in a close game too. Coming out on top. Woo! Holy moly. Okay, look at those deliberate IBFDs. Honestly, man, Red's got some defense. Gotta hand it to them. Following up with that drone after. MacMens sat down. The cross-up JH getting blocked, but the counter hit after. MacMens answers with the burst, but no burst now. They keep you back after that counter hit bar slash. Good link into that 2K after. Nice job, man. Those 2Ks coming in clutch. First, you saw it in that combo link, and then you saw it just as a meaty low to catch MacMens off guard. Answering back here on the round start with that counter hit. Putting Red here in the corner. Blocking the Rins. Good reactions, man. When you get to this top 8, bro, Rin not as free. You got some good players out here, some great reactions. Or just some good guesses. A little bit of both. But a parry here, 50 tension to sit this Goldlewis down, trying to get in with that JD, but not today. A little too high on that JD, but does get the 2P mash after on the whiff. Nice 6P entering that far slash. A couple of punishes later. MacMens got this Goldlewis in the corner. 2 has to be preemptive. Try to go for that PRC after to keep that whiff BT safe. And that JH in the corner actually gets a same side counter hit here for RedIAmNot. One more hit to do it, and it's that raw far slash. The PRC after to secure that last Behemoth Typhoon. RedIAmNot, after MacMens had a solid start, is just one game away now from winning this first set of winner side top 8. Game 4 pulling up here. The FDs to keep you back. That 2S after. Look at those IBs. The chatters were pointing it out. Two S through. We got the spin, the punish after. Nice projectiles. The 5D is the mix. MacMens with such a quick clapback round. That 20 seconds went by in a flash and secures a perfect to boot. Good stuff here from MacMens. But that counter hit, the BT on that cross up there. MacMens maybe trying to go for maybe a throw after or maybe a 2P. Does not get what we want. FDs to push you back here. Counter hitting there with that drone. Nice stuff. Damn, I just gave MacMen some compliments. Red trying to win the round back just as fast. Well, we slowed things down here. Those 2P matches coming out. Good IBFD, getting that space, and actually jumps over the 6P. Didn't get the OTG that we wanted, but does get that spacing again. Y'all were pointing out the IBFDs. Look at that. Red finding that spacing to get the whiff punish with far slash. That's some great defense here, man. And now we're on set point. MacMens bursting you back. Try to spin to the drone, potentially. Good, just blocks. The JD counter hit comes out. Red, I love this combo, and because it was 2 security, the minigun breaks the wall, dealing more than half the damage. A counter hit later, bursting you down. Oh, but the throw, we bet it all on that grab, and Red with an early overdrive won't give MacMens a chance to burst. Going to try to close it out here, but it's not enough. No security to chip you out with these miniguns, trying to catch you with the raw hit. Of course it would do it. 5K to be preemptive. Good block on the Ren. MacMens with the RC to keep the pressure up. FD to push you back to stay alive despite the chip, and the 2K comes out. RedIAmNot coming back there with that 3-1 win, moves on to winners finals.
Alrighty. I think you need to put up the camera, by the way.
I do. I need to share my screen to you guys. We're rolling into our next match. I got my boy Medikit on the mic. He's coming in for this top 8. We're all vibes as we're rolling into our next match between FisyFishy and QueenKoa here. We'll see what we got while I get this screen share. Medi, how you feeling today, bro?
Feeling pretty good. I feel like I came in just in time. Just got done running my my little local that I got going, but came in just in time to see some jam. You know, I'm gonna be a little bit biased, at least on the, you know, towards the jam on screen. So it's gonna be definitely very fun to see.
Hope you're seeing it now. I got the screen share working here in the Discord, and Queen able to bait out that reversal with the PRC back. Nice stuff here. I'll get those names flipped here. Fishy on the Eno, unfortunately going down in this first round. This jam coming out on top. The UmKellan looking good.
That actually almost didn't kill, at least without the meter there. I was gonna be fairly surprised.
Nice stuff here. Fishy gonna get that wall break. Now Fishy been playing strong today. I don't know if you caught any of the matches, but this Eno been putting in the work. Had a good time in pools. Had a very close match to qualify here for the top 8. Queen, this is our first time seeing her. Not surprised to see her on the jam. I love that Carrot cancel on the super, getting these full stocks. Gotta be careful about these counter hits now. Going for a reset, that meaty low to get our frames after. Nice jab. Fishy finds a time to burst.
Yeah, and I love these 5K checks. You're seeing Fishy trying to escape corner, does nothing, able to dodge the reversal yet again. And that's going to be a game going to QueenKoa. But as I was saying, I'm loving these 5K checks. You're seeing Fishy, might see in the replay, I wonder if, but 5K checking stroke and a lot of the options as well. Definitely a tenet of the matchup. You see it especially in defense where it will catch both MLA and H stroke. So Koa definitely representing that very, very well here. Going to be taking that first game.
I love how for a second I thought the replay was messed up, but no, that was just a flashback from the last round. That was 2 rounds in a row that QueenKoa used that PRC to avoid that reversal there from Fishy. So nasty stuff, man. When we have that 50 tension, we're coming down on top. Fishy getting pushed back here with that deflect shield. Koa on top of you getting some hits.
Yeah, nice recognition seeing that close slash, able to get that 6H routing. Trying to go for the Geki to maybe either catch a low button or try to jail us, trying to jump out into the corner. Fishy able to get some pressure rocking, but not going to really find too much purchase until I speak too long. And S-Stroke going to find the mark. Fishy going to be sending Koa through the wall.
Koa about to have 100, wasn't scared to spend 50 there, just keep ourselves moving forward here. That 2H is going to be pretty strong here against some of those preemptive buttons if Koa's going for him. It can be a good way to keep back those bruisers. I think that was a 2S startup that got called out by that flip here from Koa. The BRC goes into these multi-overheads. We blocked the first one, I think, but I think the second one is where Koa found the hit and got the round.
Yeah, Fishy fallen victim to that, but 6H round start. The second hit actually going to catch. I was doing some labbing on that round start. It's actually fairly, kind of just got to whiff punish it, but regardless, Fishy going to be getting the burst out of Koa here, but just immediately responds back with that counter hit JS. And I mean, this is where Eno gets dangerous, that blender, especially spending that 50.
This time we're going to secure the wall break. Fishy not afraid to go for those resets in the corner, especially when we have the tension to back it up. But in this case, maybe Fishy just wanted to secure that positive, but Koa finds a chance to win that round start situation, get those stocks, use the frames to get this throw pressure established. Trying to see if we can't catch Fishy going for a reversal, but no, it's going to be the blue burst to push you off. Trying to get that sultry hit, but QueenKoa gets the trade and then the follow-up after.
Yeah, goes for the H. No, sorry, the K card doesn't work out. Last bit of life on Fishy's side. You're seeing Koa just trying to represent a lot of these light buttons. Doesn't work out for us. Fishy able to thread that needle. Baits out that deflect shield. I was honestly, it was at least looked like deflect shield. But no. Oh yeah, we had puffball.
Got the puffball. Every time I see that puffball hit, it's always with a punish on the screen, man. Fishy getting this throw after, though. Speaking of punish, trying to go for this mix. The low connects. Koa too close to the wall for her comfort. Spends the burst. This time it's the counter on that puffball. Good jab on that sultry. Must have hit the very tip of the hurt box for that anti-air to work.
Yeah, striking nothing. Bluetooth connection. Gonna be sending through the wall. We have full stock here, so this is where jam can get dangerous. Yeah, there goes the burst. And oh, actually switches corner. We have the 50. Opts just to go for the walk up 2K. Gonna be able to send. No, opts just to keep the corner. One more mix up, but no, goes for the throw. A little bit too far away. Doesn't work out for us. Koa gonna be putting another game on the board.
Man, Koa got other things to do, man. She's over here trying to wash the dishes. Saying, let's get this over with, man. So we'll see. Both these players, depending on who wins, is going to be going up against RedIAmNot in that winners finals. We'll see who has that better chance of fighting against that Goldlewis. It looks like QueenKoa says, hey, I'm going to try to make it myself. The cool thing about it being Koa, right, is that if she makes it to winners finals, she's also got that Axel in the back pocket, which could be a great way to keep that Goldlewis back. We'll see. Fishy, of course, ain't out of it yet. Been playing so strong tonight. I think this is one of Fishy's first times top 8ing the Jeekly. Oh my god! The 6H counter hit the start.
Okay, opts to go for that delayed overhead. That JD gonna be getting that positive bonus. We need that if we want to stay safe on that offense. See Fishy representing that. But no, okay, just opts to go for that RC off to that S-stroke. Extend the route just a little bit. Finds that 2K yet again. And Koa on death's door. Gonna get that 50 here momentarily. We do have that Ryujin RC to represent. There it is.
You see those 2K presses from Fishy. Koa able to jump around them with those flips, but wasn't securing the low crush like the counter hit, right? But was just dodging the 2Ks. Fishy finding a chance to get that low in here. Still not afraid to press it, as you can see right here. Oh, I love that. Actually getting a low crush of our own with that JD. Catching QueenKoa trying to press that 5K. It's a weird 5K. It's a good one, but Fishy got you in the corner, too far away from the stroke.
You're actually seeing that a lot, Jeek, as well, and there it is again. Fishy's kind of going for a lot of these dash-up delay JDs, kind of foregoing that JS start to the pressure. As we've seen Koa just really have that good defense against, at least calling us out with a lot of these 5Ps. So I like kind of that adjustment, able to start finding those answers. But no, route drops. Koa still has a chance, still on death's door. However, Fishy spends the momentum burst, able to find the overhead, and we are still alive. Puts a game on the board.
Honestly, I love that momentum burst right there. Fishy, Koa not afraid to keep that burst for the moment that we're here in the corner. Fishy not afraid to keep that burst for, hey, I'm trying to kill your ass right now. Willing to spend it right there. And honestly, I kind of like that. Koa had a 100-meter right there to try to mix you up if she secured a knockdown after. So, Fish, honestly, heads up play, right? I'm willing to spend this blue burst. I already have the life advantage. You're the one who can come back here with that 100 tension. Not going to let you have the chance rolling here to this game 4. Great play from Fishy, stopping the bleeding. But is QueenKoa going to open that wound back up here in game 4?
Yeah, you've seen Koa start to represent the answer to that 6H round start. Fishy definitely opting for that option a lot more often recently. Was working out, but Koa trying to find the whiff punish. Now suddenly stuck in that corner. See Koa spend that momentum burst, kind of reminiscent of what Fishy was doing just last round, but doesn't work out as much. As Fishy going to be able to take us wall to wall.
Using those flips to get around you, man. Some great movement here from Queen. Oh, I thought that was about the safe jab. Oh my god. Good throw here. Fishy putting you in the corner. I think that was another delay, JD. You called it out, Medi. And that trying to charge that Sultry. Does she get more damage on charge Sultry? Almost killed there. Needs one more hit to do it, but Queen trying to catch it with the pump on the Ryujin Red RC. Is that going to be enough? Oh my god, it is!
It is!
Oh my god, yo, what a close round right there, but Koa comes out on top, goes to set point.
Okay, JD finds its mark yet again. Fishy's doing an incredible job kind of representing, you know, again, a lot of these delayed overheads as I was talking about before, but we're not just kind of going for that low, just going to go for like tap JS that, you know, is definitely known for. Kind of doing a little bit more creative mode.
Oh, that JD getting blocked here. Fishy catching on. Koa catching on, excuse me. Fishy, of course, running the
Fishy
offense.
catching
Does
on.
get this overdrive wall break. Koa with so many resources was not afraid to send it there on that reversal. She's low on life, but does have the momentum in her favor here.
Yeah, trying at a minimum just to get that burst out, catch to the low. There it is. We have a real chance just to take the whole set. Finds the cross up slow, Gekiden, and there it is. QueenKoa gonna be moving on to winners finals to fight RedIAmNot. As you said, we have that Axel in the back pocket.
I swear this is a tournament stream.
Not just Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, man. So Scissors out here playing the Anji Mito. No surprise to see them up here in top 8. Big shout outs to how strong they play, how consistent they are on this Anji. Monumin is going to be their opponent coming in on the Unika. Big shout outs to Caliber, who was trying to make it up into this top 8 as well. But in the mirror match, Monumin comes out on top. Still going to show us a Unika on the stream. We'll see what we got between these two players.
Gonna be getting started, letting the intros rock out. First round of losers here tonight in our top 8. Starting off with a round start, Fujin. Scissors starting off, foot on the gas, and already finding that close slash. Monument spending the burst, trying to fight back in neutral.
Scissors here catching with some of these. That PRC mids. But then there's that overhead. Nice job getting over that throw. There's a momentum burst. Scissors putting you in the corner. Nice tech from Monument. Trying to get you with that 2S. Scissors gonna get thrown down here into this corner. Not where you want to be is Monument. It's gonna be shooting you down with this 50 tension building up. Almost got 100.
Scissors, though, jumping out at the right time. Gets the YRC from Monument, but we get caught by the low. Catches with the same side. Unika does enough damage, but we don't do enough just yet. Route drops. Scissors has the meter to keep us guessing. Tries to go for a backdash to stay safe. Monument, Pixel, and a Dream. Scissors just needs one clean hit, and we low profile with a 2D. What a press.
Yeah, that was a ballsy press there from Scissors. Considering that counter hit projectile would have had you hurting, especially with how low HP Scissors was. But hey, man, like if you know what's going to work, yeah, press it. Scissors taking down to the corner, but the gap gets answered with that DP.
Okay, just trying to play the distance where those Anji normals are going to whiff. You saw Monument trying to whiff punish with the far slash. Doesn't work out for us. Back again to that neutral. Scissors trying to play that same whiff punish game. Monument going to win out, get that offense rolling. Tries to reset with that laser, but again, Scissors just jumping out at the right time. But what a press by Monument, sniping out the air. I thought May 5H couldn't do that.
Keeping it down. Oh, the counter hit. Scissors trying to get out of this corner with the special move, maybe. Monument not letting you as we even up the rounds here. Scissors, when we got your back to the wall, got you stuck in the corner without giving away those gaps, Monument not having that chance to DP out is having trouble, but in the neutral situations, this one knockdown is all we need to get you mixed up, crossed up, shot down. Monument building up 50 here with the raw far slash connection is going to turn this Red RC into a wall bright.
Scissors on death's door, but we have the burst, we have the 50 meter. Now you gotta watch out for parry, you gotta watch out for a lot of these RC shenanigans Scissors can represent. And instead, we're just gonna go for that wall break, get that hard knockdown as soon as possible. That meter penalty is gonna apply, but we're so close to that 50, we might be able to just get it back. But what a back throw! Insta cancel into Mega Death Buster. Monument denying the burst. Gonna be putting the first point on the board. What a wonderful job so far against Scissors.
Honestly, yeah, great stuff. Especially with the way this first game started. Scissors had your back to the wall. Keeping that pressure looped. But Monumin finding those hits, making them count, man. Rolling the game 2 here, going to see what we got. Unika, definitely a character that we got to be putting some more respect on if we haven't been already. Right, especially for a moment there, we saw some very strong players. We've been seeing some very strong players swap to this Unika. Some putting up some amazing results. Monumin out here looking good as well. I think this may be their first time getting a Jeekly top 8, so big shout outs.
Yeah, putting on an incredible show on stream here so far, letting the intros rock out yet again. You know, take some time to, never mind, prove me wrong. Oh. Okay, getting a little bit of plus frames to the laser, trying to just dash block in. Scissors calling us out with that 5k, trying to just stuff that approach. We've seen a Monumin doing a wonderful job as well. I haven't actually seen the Fujin 50-50s really work out for us, but there goes that 50-meter dump. Parry going to put us right back in the corner. Yeah, still plus enough to get a far slash, a meaty rock, and get that Fujin pressure going. But again, Monumin with a wonderful IBFD going to get us out.
Yeah, Scissors trying to keep you back right here, but Monumin using that stun dipper to just approach anyways, despite the IBFDs, the distance that Scissors is buying. This Unika is getting in and getting these counter hits regardless. Red RC to close it out here. One last close slash was all we needed. And the full route after ready queued up as well. Monumin was going to be sending that 2H. Already sitting you down again here on the round start.
Yeah, just looping that overhead. You know, a little bit more damage. Tries to go for the low. Scissors is ready with that block. And again, we're having a lot of these really smart jump outs with the laser, but we keep getting caught by a lot of these counter hits in a neutral, just dispensing so much damage. Opting to spend that burst. Monumin looked at the life difference when, you know what, I have enough time to get it back even if nothing else goes my way. And Scissors already finding a lot of these throw loops. Street Fighter 6 applied, but catches the backdash with the gun dipper, able to find that side swap as well. Scissors already back on death's door, but Jeek, look at that meter, still scary, especially at Monumin's life.
5D getting blocked. The PRC keeping it up. Got my eyes on the screen. The flex shield keeping you back here. Monumin finding that 2K punish. One more straight hit will do it, but went for the raw overhead. Wasn't enhanced. Scissors getting, I think that was a close slash punish after. So Monumin feeling that pressure to close out the round. Scissors with an overhead block, able to secure it themselves.
Yeah, just tried to send one last desperate measure to close it out before Scissors can get that momentum started. And already not letting that last round deter us, putting Scissors already back on death's door. It hasn't even been 10 seconds.
Nice stuff here. Delay PRC after, trying to catch you. Nice job. Blocking out that fish, but the air block. Scissors able to keep that pressure up. Preempted there with the JK. Repeat on the situation. This time Monumin goes for the backdash after that PRC. Getting caught with the low. Doesn't need the burst yet, but we'll have it now for this situation. Scissors commits to the Fujin. Monumin gets the space.
I like that PRC down, maybe trying to bait out an anti-air, try to bait out maybe a jump option. Doesn't work out for Monumin, as Scissors going to be taking that game, tying up the score 1-1 in our top 8. Still anybody's game, of course, especially if you looked at that life total in the lobby, just a little bit left.
Woof. Oh man, unfortunate stuff there. Monumin having that game lead, had 2 health advantages in each of these rounds. But I mean, the greed sever, it giveth, but it also taketh away. Chat out here fact checking us with the frame data. Red overhead being -8, blue only -6. So you got to be ready for what you're going to punish with. Got to give it to Scissors, though. Has been ready to block out those overheads, take our turn, and secure the games in style. The rounds, I should say, to secure a game. And now we're moving on to game 3.
All right, just immediately going back into it. Monumin trying to play a little bit safe, just going for a dash block. Liking these answers, trying to find, or just trying to call out that spin. Scissors, however, Not really being phased, just trying to dance right outside of Unika's range. Fire Slash a little bit longer than maybe you expected.
Yo, everything Unika has, all of her buttons, just add another pixel, bro, because it's going to hit you. And you see Monument some good fuzzy jumps to try to get away from any potential throws, but the spin through the far slash press there keeps Scissors this pressure.
Yeah, opts to spend that meter, get that hard knockdown. We have the 50 to back up the wall break as well. So still just last chance at life here in the round as we try to find the throw. Monument with a very nice tech. Meter penalty just runs out for Scissors. However, look at that bar. We're right back at the 100. Monument definitely in a rough position. I think just playing to maybe get the burst out.
Oh, the delay PRC getting answered by the throw here from Monument. Great stuff. Able to call out that pressure attempt. Delay PRC right back here on that minus blue stun dipper. Able to keep our turn up. Scissors bursting it back after that stray hit. Both players with tension. This time it's going to be that overhead PRC to catch a. Monument feels like a hero. Ah, but nice job converting that JK. Scissors closing out the round. Oh my gosh.
Heroic indeed. Going to be going into the next round. No burst to our name. Scissors has that round lead up. Going to be able to get that burst back fairly quickly here. And I like that. Actually went for a backdash on the follow-up. Unfortunately, didn't find too much from it. Actually ended up losing a ton of life right after Monument, making us hurt for it.
Oh man, shimmy the throw, but the 5H wasn't far enough. Unfortunate stuff there. Still a bit of an aura bait, but Monument clamping back here. Gonna be the cross up JH. Scissors gonna be taken out by this Mega Death Buster. Did build up that burst, but Monument closing it out before you had a chance to spend it, and now we got the rounds even here.
Okay, just going for a little bit of stagger. 5H 3 times in a row, is able to find the mark. Unfortunately, 2K just a little bit too stubby, not able to get the super confirm. And I saw the DP attempt, actually ended up getting called out by the Shin.
Okay. Scissors giving you some head pats over here for this Unika. I love the no cancels that we're seeing. You know, Monument seeing a lot of delay PRC from Scissors on some of these Fujins on block, the Fujin follow-ups. But then because we've earned that respect, we've established that pressure flow chart, I should say. Scissors is now able to just get those Fujin follow-ups on block, keep the tension for later. Monument feeling the pressure, wants to get the press, but Scissors gets the counter hit and closes out the round.
And one thing I like as well, we saw it end up working out at least the third time, but just a lot of, you know, button will just kind of chill out a little bit because, again, as you were talking about, we've already established, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing in this scenario, you know, just instantly going for these Fujin cancels. But sometimes just let the 5H rock, go for it again, you'll get, you know, great reward off it. Scissors sitting on a 2-1 lead.
Ooh, what did that 5K hit, bro? Oh my gosh. Monument trying to get back here with that gun dipper. PRC's coming out. Scissors fighting back. And the overhead connects.
I tried to play it safe. Wanted to maybe go for kind of a similar thing that Scissors was doing. Just go for the no cancel. Ready for it. However, Scissors going to be able to put us back to the wall. Oh no, 5K ends up whiffing. Tries to go for that throw. Monument ready with the tech. Still just in the Anji block string. Not able to escape just yet. Tries to go for the overhead. However, Monument looking above. Able to block it out, but not out of the woods just yet. Scissors with the 100 meter. We're not going to build up enough kill just yet.
Oh, the PRC forward. Maybe Scissors thought that we could still stuff out the startup of that move, but it was a 2K from Monument. I don't know my Unika frame data, but it was fast enough there to close out that round. Great stuff. Does have that burst advantage as well as the round advantage. Scissors catching with that enhanced pin and catches your back dash to put you in the corner. Monument feeling that pressure, bursts you back, but Scissors staying on top. One bar slash punish later, though, Monument got you crossed up and mixed up.
That cross up so ambiguous. Always thinking it's going to be hitting that same side. Monument taking advantage of that, able to find that cross up. Burst going to be coming back momentarily. Scissors opting not to spend it just yet. Lets Monument get the wall break, get that positive bonus applied. So we're going to have that meter come back momentarily. Yeah, there it is. Spends that burst on the 2S. Scissors, one last chance at life. Keeps it rolling. Yeah, uses that 5P to jail. Tries to go for a little bit of a shimmy. Not finding it. However, Monumin able just to get out of the corner. Trying to find anything. Chip damage, you name it. Not finding much at the moment.
Ugh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, anything will do it here, Medi. I'm feeling the same way, bro. And it's going to be the far slash there from Monumin at the end. I don't think you'll see it in the replay. It honestly wasn't the most eventful follow-up, but I did love that air stall attempt from Scissors. It was like a BRC drift up, then a JD, and then it was the very low JK after. You're not going to catch it here in this replay. Doing a great job of getting around those special moves, FDing when we needed to. But that Unika far slash, bro, that button damn near full screen. Especially with that dash momentum. Good stuff.
Yeah, anywhere you think that's going to hit, as Jeek was talking about before, just add a pixel. In fact, add a country
10.
mile.
Yeah. add a whole hitbox in front of it. Rolling
add the state of Delaware.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves,
I know I'm fairly biased with who I was playing last patch, but I really like this map. It's very pretty.
There you go.
duel one.
Yeah, I like this map too, man. This is honestly one of the best maps in the game. I'm glad.
It's the ocean
I don't know
behind
if
it.
this was one of the laggier ones back in the day. I know we just. I think people in my tournament use it anyways, but I know that they fixed some of the stages, so we've been seeing a lot more stages as of late. Nice tech there from Monumin.
Oh, catches the backdash with the 5H. Yeah, we are able to pick up with the 2K. We saw some problems earlier where it was just a little bit too spaced out. Not having them this time. Monumin in a really rough situation. 50 going to be building up for Scissors here momentarily. Yeah, there it is. Catches the backdash with the 5K, but still not able to get a punish. But there it is. Scissors with the Rin is going to be on set point up against Monumin here. Monumin not having that burst until Scissors is already able to get going. Get that pressure underway, tries to call to jump out with the Ko, not finding much at purchase. When will it end?
Oh, okay. Was ready to keep that 6P whiff safe with the burst. Try to catch it with the Koi, but Monument too far away with that projectile. Some great IB defense here from Scissors, but of course we're trying to run the offense, and we get it there. Calls out that follow-up there of the 2S with the air dash forward. It's what you got to do. Nice job catching the startup there. I think Monument probably going for far slash. The 5K stuffs you, but this Unika out of hit stun. That's where she's the most dangerous. If she can press far slash, you got to be scared. But Scissors got the block string going. The PRC gets thrown.
Yeah, this sour hit, so we're actually still alive. Importantly, I mean, still on death's door, but we did get that tension out of the way. Just gonna make sure Scissors can't escape. Catches the jump out with the Michael Sword. Throw gets tacked. Last chance at life. Doesn't catch with the overhead, and there goes the 2K. Scissors able to eke out that last bit of damage. Call out Monument pressing. Moves on to losers quarters.
You got a Leo when you're not playing him. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
Playing Happy Chaos last patch.
So here we go, man. Gonna see how this matchup unfolds. Confident start there from Kriby with that 5P round start. Jack getting this knockdown after. Tried to go for that flip after. 2D is a great spot to DP, so Kriby showing you that flash kick early.
Yeah, and the one thing that's going to be, I guess, fairly interesting about this matchup as well is Jack kind of has a couple options, right? You can try to disengage end your block string with that guard crush, kind of go from there, potentially leave yourself open to that flash kick, or kind of just go for what you're seeing Jack do now, which is kind of go for that delay missile, try to call out maybe the start, not maybe a startup, but just call out Kriby going for a lot of these kind of really aggressive flash kicks as we just saw, finds a counter hit.
Oh. And didn't opt for the wall break, went for the reset. The 214H misses, and now Jack going to get this charge, does punish, but unfortunate stuff. Maybe jumped a little too early. Tried to go for an RC air stall, but Kriby still whipped out that 6P confidently and closed out the round. A lot of spaghetti there at the end, but the king came out on top.
Manifesting the victory like Leo's astral projecting himself for the 6P. Would put Jack back to the wall, but what a press. Far slash finds that counter hit. And suddenly, yeah, go I was talking about before, going for a lot of these delay missiles just to try to disengage. Stay safe. Don't let Kriby get too much started, because as we see, second Leo gets that offense rolling, your life's gonna drain. Suddenly just above that 30% mark. Hard knockdown as well. Now, notably, we're not in back turn because of that wall break. So definitely a chance for Jack to start making that comeback, though we are low on that electricity. Just got to that level 2.
Okay. Let's see what Jack has here. That 5H can be a great way to box here with this Leo. Kriby trying to be preemptive with our own. Try to see if we couldn't answer you back if it comes to that. Nice BRC punish. Kriby in the startup of a move. Jack taking you out for that one. This 2H meaty keeping you close after Kriby. Not going for any too greedy 2-3-6Hs, but it's just trying to simply dash block, and Jack is calling it out with these throws.
Speaking of throw, Kriby with a nice tech after that 2K. Tried to go for a tick throw attempt. Tries to PRC to keep the scooter safe. Kriby with a wonderful delayed 2P mash. Able to call it out. Able to bait the burst as well. Kind of a checkmate scenario. And that's Kriby going to be putting a game on the board. Putting a roundup over Jack.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, from the moment this first hit connects, I'm going to see in the replay what it was. You're right. It was the checkmate. Because any of those could have been the red RC. Kriby, of course, committed there at the end to the HDP route. And then, yeah, you're just floating in the air. No good time to press burst at that point as Kriby comes out on top here in this first game. Nice IB there on the 6K. Jack gets rewarded with the throw. The overhead gets blocked. Do you know how many hits that JS is? Or what is it? The I don't even know the button.
I think it's 5.
It's a lot of hits.
Yeah, I think it's JS. I think it's like 5 max.
It's like trying to block Bedman coming on you.
What?
Oh my god, we are trying to shimmy, bro. But Jack saying, what are you doing? Gets the knockdown. Kriby get that counter hit close slash. This time Jack with no burst. We are going to have good resources, but we're getting dunkled down. Kriby about to build up 100 as well. You got to be scared about this Leo with one throw red RC. Kriby closes out the round. Oh my god, that was explosive.
What a way, just kind of trying to desperately to find that shimmy going, you know what, I'm just gonna command grab, you know what, it didn't work out last time, just full send it, worked out wonderfully. I like that option, trying to S-boom and get a little bit of a plus frames, make Jack block the projectile and wake up. Doesn't work out for us, but however, able to get the pressure rolling regardless. Nice counter hit, gonna give us a ton of damage again. Hard knockdown applied, tries to go for that throw, but Jack ready this time went, okay, you're going for a lot of these shimmies beforehand. So you're staggering that close slash, just gonna go for that back dash, ends up working out for us.
Oh, some full screen nooch there. Kriby saying, I'm done with the full screen, pulled up with the 5P. Jack answered with the burst, and then Kriby with that HDP confirm off of the K normals, man. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but the sign that Kriby is putting in a lot of time into this Leo, able to get those hit confirms into those HDP routes, already storing the charge to get that special cancel. Some great play here as we're up 2-0 against one of the titans of the game. Jack here been looking very strong in this Robo-ky, very consistently getting top 8s in these online brackets. Wants to try to secure a win here. At least this would be our first Robo-ky Jeekly appearance. Going to see how far we can get it. Kriby trying to slow you down here on the King.
Yeah, in a really rough position. I like that. Goes for that kind of drift down JH on the unicorn. Baits out 6P, but speaking of baiting, Kriby with the burst bait opts to keep corner, just goes for the 5K stagger, disengage, lets Jack give the time, give the space to make the mistake, is able to find the wall break as well. Back turn super, not going to be enough damage, but one last interaction will put Kriby at set point. Jack not going to have burst if we're not able to survive, and there it is.
Kriby looking good here. These dash 5Ps are looking strong, but dashing one too many. Jack with that, it's a nasty setup right there after throw, that ambiguous JH after. Jack getting the wall break here. Needs to play perfectly from this point on. Kriby one set away, one round away from securing the set. Try to go for that pony, but Kriby calling it out here with the 6K. The back turn H connects. Jack does have the burst, but has to block out this back turn pressure first. Kriby goes for the stancel, tries to catch it with some of these H normals after. Jack having to block it out. Nice job finding the low.
Okay, finds that throw as well. Able to find the cross up. Yes, go for that RC. Just go for the super, lock out the burst. Make sure Kriby not feeling like a hero today. Saves it for the next round. Jack still in this, not out just yet. Hits the stand rush to move into duel 3.
Keeping you back here at that space 2D. These projectiles costing you electricity, but getting it back here with the mats. Inshallah, Jack will try to get some of this energy back, but Kriby keeping you back with this 6K. Nice counter hit. Gets answered with the burst.
Goes to the cross-up Jack with the defense, keeping Leo at bay for now. That's kind of something as well we've seen is Kriby doing really well, finding a lot of these really punishing neutral hits. And that's just one or more interactions we need to win right after that, but Jack not faltering just yet, just taking some time, building up the electricity, more than content just to sit there, get those resources back. Now we got that level 2. We can try to go for that guard crush, that +6 lucky launcher, but not going to be able to go for it just yet as Kriby puts us back to the wall, but still nobody finding a clear answer.
Does get the counter here with that JH. Oh my god, a little too far out for the throw, but still close enough for the close slash. Good play here from Jack. Needs one more hit to confirm it, but nice 6P reaction there on that level 2 pony.
Not going to be enough. There goes the guard crush deflection just to put us back. Goes to the air stall just to escape. Tries to shimmy, able to find the 5P, but Kriby going to get burst back.
Ooh. Oh my god, the boom eating the missile. Jack went for the burst bait, but it didn't pay off.
Okay, able to find the cross-up. Last interaction. No, tries to go for the 6K. Goes out of back turn. Oh. Tries to 6P, but the level 1 rocket keeps Jack alive. Just a tiny bit of health left in a dream and is still in this top 8 here tonight.
Maddie, I don't know if you caught some of the earlier pools matches, but just to let you know, that's the second round win Jack had with a level 1 rocket. Look at the electricity, bro. It was literally at 1. Oh my god.
Jack over here winning with a water wheel.
We've gotten with a rocket. This time it was to secure a game in top 8.
Powers out, no generator, still hit the missile.
Yeah, these storms been going crazy too in the East Coast, so I know what that's been feeling like. Jack been using those wireless, those rechargeable batteries, man. You know, you got to keep those on stock.
Got the gas lantern.
There you go, bro.
These storms have been rough, though.
Good BRC.
I'll just note on that in a moment. Right now, I'm looking at that wonderful throw in the 6K. Tries to find the overhead. Kriby with the defense is looking a little rough. However, Jack currently putting us back to the wall. We're trying to play right outside of Leo's range here. Kriby taking advantage of that, just sending a lot of these S booms just to keep Jack guessing, just to keep Jack blocking.
Whoa, my god. That was a very scary throw there, right there. You saw Kriby had already committed to a move, so that counter hit would have been nasty. Wow, dude, we're so good with the rocket arcs. That was the level 2, able to go right over that S boom, but Kriby saying, I don't care how crafty you're being, bro. My back is to ya. Oh, nice back turn D to keep that rocket facing towards Jack here, and the rising JP confirms the round. Kriby back on set point.
Jack trying to hit the fadeaway, trying to stay alive. Wonderful IB on the far slash, able to find that cross-up JH. It's definitely one of the stronger buttons on that Robo-ky because of that cross-up hitbox. JH giving you so much to do on offense, especially where it beats out those 6Ps on the unicorn mix.
Yeah, I like what Kriby's doing here. Jack not getting a chance to go for too many free mats because those S booms are threatening you. Dude, look at this burst safe route there with the JPs and the JSs. Kriby catching you with the 2K from so far away. Gets rewarded with the wall break. Luckily, it's just a soft knockdown for Jack, but you can't take any more risks. You can't get hit anymore by this king.
Goes to the overhead, Jack blocking it out. Goes to the IB, and again, that's another back throw incident. Goes to that command grab. Electricity looking higher than ever. Finds the shimmy. And yeah, just quickly get that wall broken. Jack still alive by a hair.
See what we got here from Jack. Using that 5H to box you back. The S booms. Getting some hits here. Just playing a little bit of nooch. Can't really confirm too much off those projectiles, but Kriby can do our best to keep those electricity from gaining here from Jack on those mats. Does get you in the corner. Goes for that 2H setup here. The BRC gets a punish on Kriby's air dash landing there. Good timing from Jack. The FD keeps you back, but trying to dash block too much, Jack throwing you down.
The Kriby maybe getting a little bit desperate for the win. Level 3 rockets. Able to put Kriby back into the corner. Jack, yeah, just confirmed with the super. I don't know if it's going to be enough or just getting the hard knockdown. We'll have to see if we dump the electricity. Yeah, no, we just save all of it, get that level 3, make sure we can get the level 3 rockets as well as the lucky launcher. But still just incredibly rough here for Kriby. Yeah, there goes the throw. Jack bringing us to a game 5, denying Kriby at every point.
Oh my god. And honestly, Jack, showing respect to the flash kicks, right? Like, we're ending our pressure early sometimes. When the gaps are there, we're keeping the correct spacing, but we're not just giving up the turn for free, right? We're still keeping the pressure up. We're still keeping our finger on the trigger, but in a way that is safe, just in case Kriby does send that flash. And Kriby knows we're going against a really good player, is giving that respect away to not just send that DP, is trying to keep you back the old-fashioned way, especially with the FD. It's been paying off. But we're rolling into game 5 here. Kriby on set point multiple times, but Jack calling it back.
Okay, yeah, just backing up, setting up that map. And that's one thing I've been liking that I'm seeing from Jack as well as that wonderful confirm uses that H-boom Kriby. It's just a little bit more damage. But Jack will just set mat and kind of just walk back, backdash, set mat again, and just more than content just to play very passive while Kriby tries to find their way in.
Okay, BRC Fuzzy here. Kriby bursting you back, but now with no burst, Jax is going to secure this wall break 100. And look how fast that Beetle's running. My god damn! The BRC, the cheat forward with this 236H, the back turn H does connect here. And despite that Hercules Beetle running, we still have to block it out the old-fashioned way. Oh, try to go for the throw, but the monkey flip gets you over. The 2H misses.
OTG not going to be enough. Jack at death's door. Burst gets baited. Kriby back on set point. Jack not going to have that burst for potentially the last round. Going to need to take so much ground, so much life without that escape mechanic as Kriby gets us started with a cross through back turn K already.
Okay, does get the low knockdown here. Kriby definitely with the momentum on his side, but the IB on that 6K gets Jack to throw, catches your backdash with 2D. Great stuff here. We're pulling up, trying to go for that projectile, but was too close. Kriby, knowing that 2D is a very safe place to go for the DP. The delay PRC that catch you low here. Kriby does have a lot of meter here, could potentially burst to try to keep that momentum, but until then, Jack is securing this wall break. Look at the electricity.
Yeah, gets up to that level 3. Nice call out on the 6P from Kriby. Tries to find that cross through. Not finding much purchase. Jack with the amazing back turn defense. However, our backdash gets caught. Kriby with the blender has one chance. Burst going to come back in the pivotal moment.
Oh my god, dude. We are so good at blocking that back turn H. It's insane here. And we still have the burst in our back pocket. Is able to S-boom through those weaker rockets. Trying to get some back. The burst gets spent from Kriby. We have to secure the round here, or the momentum will be so crazy in the Jack's favor. The clash on the JH trying to bait out the reversal. Doesn't get the whip punch on the 2K. The IBFD pushes you back. Does get some electricity, but gets the 5H through the S-boom. We're going to the last round.
Shoes on the other foot now. Jack going into that second round with no burst. Kriby into the third with the same resource gone. Finds that IB back throw. Jack on set point in the driver's seat of the set for potentially the first time, doing an incredible job with the Leo defense. Okay, sets up that mat yet again. Finds the counter hit. JH, oh my, so much reward. Gonna get that hard knockdown as well. Not what Kriby wants to see as we find that command grab. Last chance at life here. Super will be enough to do it. Finds the tap dust.
Okay, no super here for the hard knockdown, but we'll have 50 for the mix. 99 electricity here. Level 3 rockets are eating the booms. Kriby blocking the 5D, trying to stay alive here in the corner. And with that counter hit 6K, we're going to get something started.
Oh no, it whiffs. Okay, saves the burst. Burst discipline. Doing an amazing job here. We don't have a ton of life. Catches with the lariat, but nothing. Jack off to spin that burst. Tries to find the fadeaway. Kriby with nothing to our name, and there goes the rocket. Jack with the reverse sweep in the 11th hour. Finds the victory with the Robo-ky over Leo. Kriby put.
Here we go, guys. Fishy versus Scissors out here. The Eno v Anji. Fishy on a hell of a run today. Made it in maybe their first time winner side top 8 on the Jeekly. But Scissors, no stranger to getting these top 8s. Only one of them can keep going after this match. Some good defense here from Scissors with these IBs, but Fishy still finding the hits. Has you in the corner and is going to be able to secure this wall break with MLA. Look at the damage.
Already on death's door into that 30% range. We're able to get some offense rolling. However, we do got to worry about that YRC on the side of Fishy. We do have that 100 meter as well. We bait out the super, finds the throw just to make sure that burst doesn't get us out of that corner. Tries to find an opening. PRC to keep it rolling. Scaling, gonna make sure it doesn't kill just yet. Last interaction, tries to go for a cheeky throw, but nothing.
Ooh, 5D is the mix. Fishy could have bursted there, but with no tension, you just would have been a hero. Scissors, with all that meter, is able to close it out with this overdrive. Awesome round from both those players. It was just a close one. Ain't nothing more to say than that. Walk it off. Go next here. Fishy already fighting back. The Rin sitting you down. The FD to keep you back, but Scissors sees that faultless defense, commits to the throw, tries to go for another, but this time Fishy said, you're 2+. I get the back throw, but a good match from Scissors trying to burst bait?
Yeah, MLA not working out for us. Momentum burst. We want to make sure we keep that corner presence, stay alive. Able to find the JH, just hop, skip, with a jump over the butterfly. Can't reach that high in the sky as we do find that MLA wall break. Got that 50 meter. Gonna get that burst back ever so slowly. As, I mean, Scissors on death's door, but there goes the parry. And yeah, unfortunately is a sour hit, but still a ton of damage for Scissors. As we find that overhead, one more interaction will do it. But no deflect shield.
Oh, deflect shield's going crazy right now, and Scissors is going to be the one coming out on top. And another very close round here. Could have been either players, but it was Scissors pulling the trigger first here. Great stuff, man. No stranger out here to these top 8s, already with a strong start. I was saying earlier, Medi, I personally don't get to see as much Eno as I'd maybe want to here in some of our Jeekly streams. So very happy to see Fishy come out. Trying to see if we're going to see more of it. But I'm rooting for both players. Scissors already with a strong start.
Yeah, it's something where I'm kind of curious on how this matchup actually goes, because you have Anji with these really strong, you know, have a lot of the really strong P normals. You have that 2P, you have that 5P to kind of snipe, you know, out of the sky. But notably as well, you know, kind of struggles, I want to say, because you can't really use Note kind of errantly, because then you have to contest with spin, right? HCL, you just kind of run at her. So yeah, I feel like Anji has a pretty alright time.
Yeah, you know, she wants to get a knockdown and then get you mixed up with those hover dashes after, but really the knockdown only comes from Scissors making the mistake or being too defensive and then Fishy finding the hit. And I gotta say, Scissors right now, we're put to the gas right now as we're finishing off this round with that overdrive spend. Scissors keeping that momentum up.
Yeah, Scissors definitely looking at what happened kind of in that first game and went, you know what, it was close. I'm going to try to make sure that I get that download, make sure Fishy doesn't start to get that momentum, because we've seen what happens when Fishy can get rolling. I mean, that Eno blender just so lethal. Built up enough for 50. There goes the shimmy, counter hits. Not going to cash out as Fishy is going to spend that burst, but that's just what I was talking about before, right? You have a lot of these really strong P normals just to snipe Eno out of the sky as we opt to keep the corner. Unfortunately, just a little bit too spaced out for that tap dust to connect.
Sorry about the Discord pings. I think I got him muted now. Bursting you back. Try to catch you with the 5K after that sultry. Fishy with a good back dash to get away from it. But, dude, you got to give it to Fishy. I think all tonight has been doing such a good job of getting around projectiles with that immediate sultry performance. Fishy just got to be one of the best players I've seen in terms of utilizing that Eno dive kick, both as an air stall, both as a punish to projectiles. And here we are closing out the round, evening things up.
Yeah, finds that 2K, not afraid of the parry going into the last round. Yeah, I like that, using that 2S, calling out. You saw the spin into potentially the Fujin startup, ends up getting counter hit for our efforts, as we're going to be having 50 meter on the side of Fishy, heading into that post wall break. I love that, just that immediate, such a like deep disengage. I mean, just into that H dive, sorry, S dive.
Ooh, tricky stuff. Scissors blocking it out here, though. Was blocking for 10 seconds, but the mix lasted for 11. Fishy needs one more hit to close out this round. Scissors Not feeling that pressure, just keeping our foot on the gas. Didn't hold forward, so Fishy whiffing that 2K, gets called out by that projectile, but in the next bit of pressure, finds the gap, finds the hit, and finds our first game here of this set.
I wonder what we were pressing. Looking at that replay, I actually ended up getting counter hit by, I want to say it was 2D. Yeah, counter hit by the 2D, maybe expecting like an S stroke or something like that, trying to throw it maybe.
Potentially could have been a throw there. You're right. I don't know. Chat's gonna have to tell me. Is there a one frame gap between 2K 2D? Because potentially Scissors could have went for a reversal. Actually, I don't know if there's a gap between her 2K 2D off the top of my head at least. But we're in game 3. Fishy with a strong start. The empty dash throw. We're getting Scissors mixed here. Presses you back with the goal burst.
Yeah, there goes the spin just through the note. Fishy trying to keep Anji at arm's length, is able to find it with the 5H. And now we have that blender going. It's plugged in. The ninja's making the smoothie as we're going to be going for the Fortissimo. Not enough damage. As there goes the parry from Scissors. Turns off, unplugs it, throws the blender out the window. Is now suddenly... Okay, never mind. It's back. You know what? New blender.
Scissors says, hey, I am not cleaning that up after. Those are the worst parts about those things, too. Anyways, I won't get political. Fishy coming forward here. Got you with the JD. Scissors using the burst to push you back. I love these empty dashes. All actually crossed ourselves up with that Fujin. Fishy catches you with the low.
Oh, yeah, there goes RC. Finds the reset with the JS as well. There goes the delay JD. Fishy been representing that all night. Doing an incredible job. Scissors on death's door. Fishy has a chance to just get into the lead in the set. PRC scaling going to be kind of rough here. Yeah, the 100 tension on the side of Fishy. Just go for it. No, it doesn't actually go for the HCL. There goes the spin, the fish, and knocking us down. Able to punish with the butterfly. Still just 100 tension. There goes the burst bait. Fishy with a wonderful PRC, able to put us to a 2-1 lead over Scissors.
Yeah, that was actually nasty, bro. My God. That was did I not say Fishy with dive kick is so powerful, man. Of course, there it was the horizontal sultry. Bit of a psycho crusher. Nice stuff. Fishy up 2-1 here in this set.
Yeah, just an incredibly rough scenario for Scissors, right? Because again, we could have just let the H-dive rock because you wouldn't have died there. But then, as we were talking about before in the last set with Jack and Kriby, just any point there is just the PRC, the red RC, and, just that burst bait. So it's kind of an incredibly rough gamble when you try to find that burst timing.
Fishy here. Oh no. Maybe a little too meaty there with that 2K. As Scissors gets a bit of a chance to run some pressure. Fishy blocking out the mids. Reacting to the Rins. Speaking of mids, well, actually quite a few overheads there. Scissors blocking it back as well, but the counter hit 2S answered by the burst.
Yeah, you're talking about Fishy with a dive kick immediately. The second we got the meter, backed up a little bit, went for the S dive. Ended up working out for us with that RC, able to clip just the tip of Scissors' head as we have the 50 meter to continue the combo. Fishy on set point.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this is Fishy's first time in a top 8 of the Jeekly. Scissors very consistently finds our way up into these brackets, sometimes all the way up to grand finals. Consistently, I gotta say, for a couple weeks there, was making it up to top 3, top 4. Fishy here is a threat on this Eno. The load gets blocked after that reset. Scissors trying to get out of this corner. Great tech there.
Oh, wonderful 6P on the Chemical Love, but not going to work out for us as Fishy just disengages, goes back, able to find a delay 2K just to call the Fujin startup. And this is not going to be enough, but it is going to get us rolling into the wonderful position, trying to jump out. There goes the parry. Scissors, last chance in the set. We cannot let Fishy get rolling again. Spins through, tries to find a close slash punish. Nothing much just yet, and there it goes. We had the 50 meter to confirm. Scissors just gonna exit the room.
Here we go, guys. We're still on this loser side of top 8, trying to see who's making up to that loser semifinal spot. Definitely both of these players have been putting on a show in some awesome sets. Who's going to keep it up out here? MacMens, many-time top 8er, previous champion of the Jeekly. Jack, got to be our most winningest player ever, but you've known him for the HC. You've seen him on the one-time appearance on the Unika. Can he do it here on the Robo-ky? We'll see. Definitely been looking strong in these online brackets. Great throw here. Nice defense. Finds our pressure after. Uses this mat to build the electricity, and MacMens getting caught here.
Yeah, and Jack already warm off of that nail-biter reset against Kriby, able to quickly find the first round up against MacMens. MacMens with some nice presses on the 5P, checking the unicorn mix. But Jack, not to be deterred, able to find a lot of these openings. Nice backdash on the 6P as well. MacMens really just hasn't really been able to get started too much once Jack's able to get the ball rolling, just kind of sitting on the mat.
The FDs are keeping you back here. Unfortunately, didn't get that link after the Nagia. Jack, forcing you back after that counter hit. I love how we're still able to build that electricity even on block. MacMens doesn't want to let you get too much of it sitting on the mat, but Jack, even in the block stun, is going to build it up here. MacMens trying to go for that 6P. Nice air stall attempt, but MacMens still finds the anti-air.
Okay, nice command grab. Just finds that dash up, get a level 3 electricity as fast as possible. But MacMens, with that 2K2D, knocks this down, gets the Fujin pressure rocking, tries to play a little bit safe. Just with the Fujin no cancel play, maybe, you know, don't want to risk Jack guessing right, especially at that life total. But Jack able to escape regardless, sets up the mat yet again. The Energizer's charging as we barely don't have enough meter to confirm. Nice backdash on the side of MacMens as well, but what a throw on the Fujin for Jack to close it out.
Dude, honestly, man, Jack been throwing people tonight. I'm just keeping it real. Of course, in the Leo matchup makes sense, right? You see that his opponents were, you know, putting a lot of energy into the dash blocking. I mean, I just, in many times, I don't know, MacMens just finding the throws here, man. This time it was the call at the Fujin, of course, but we'll see. And then, I mean, a great spot to be in for Jack. You get that throw, you get that ambiguous JH mix up after. See what we got here going into game 2. There it
throw,
is.
able to find that cross up. Yeah, JH, insane cross up hitbox. That's kind of what I was talking about before, right, Jack? Just fully content, set down that mat and just wait. You know, just kind of backing up ever so slightly, giving MacMens that space to make the mistake. Buzzy JH. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, barely enough. Jack putting another round on the board. Those 7 golden letters widening that lead. MacMens definitely with some ground to cover if we want to stay alive and we want to stay, you know, in a position so we don't have to reverse sweep.
Dude. You tell me you got to look out for the JH Fuzzy after Pony as well? That's crazy, man. Oh my god, now that's a button I hate fighting against. That 5H, man. Jack making it look as good as it is. 2S counter hit coming out afterwards as well. Getting those frames after the 2D into mat. Stole the corner, gets the overhead. MacMens caught out by that BRC. Jack finally getting bursted back here, but the damage looking like it's been done. Medicaid, we'll see what MacMens can do, but the RC down.
Yeah, we had that level 1 electricity, so we went for the unicorn routing and unfortunately wasn't able to cancel. So now MacMens has a chance. We have the 50, keep the Fujin rolling. Yeah, just keep in the corner. Able to find a nice counter here. We have the 100 to make sure we confirm, get that hard knockdown, have the 50 to back up the mix afterwards. MacMens has a chance. YRC, Deflect Shield, going to both be on line for Jack. Have to see if we spend it. Yeah, there goes the Deflect Shield. Get the 50 out from MacMens to extend the combo. But there it is. A nice whiff punish on the 2D. Jack just backing up. What a wonderful spacing trap there.
Jack trying to find our way up here into this top 4 on this robotic Kyle. The Robo Jack arc is one that honestly I'm here for, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm a MacMens fan. Want to see him do well. But I gotta say, dude, Strive right now in a very healthy place. Seeing one of our Titans on the game, playing the new DLC character. It's a fun one, and he's good. Look at this. Oh my god, the counter hit on the round sword. Yeah, MacMens has to burst there, lest we go through the wall.
Finds the falling JH again, getting so much purchase on that. Just finds the command grab. And it's again, we're at level 3 electricity. Goes to the guard crush. Yeah, MacMens playing a little bit, just a little bit scared, trying to find an escape there. None to be found. Jack just gonna cash out, get the kill. No wall break even needed.
Pulling up here, trying to see if MacMens was suppressed. Very patient round start from both players. Getting that mad out. Not having that much electricity, and whiffing that scooter means we're damn near 0. So not a great spot. I mean, honestly, this is definitely one of the downsides of Kyle, right? You get low here, you get run out of that energy. That being said, Jack still finding the hits. I mean, before I even got to finish that sentence, we're already way back up to 70. Canceling into this wall break here. We're in a great spot. We're about to win the set. MacMen's got to keep you back here with this 50. We do have the burst as well.
Oh, it goes to the BRC, but Gold Burst comes out from MacMens. We're going to have that 100 meter. I love that decision just to go for that Gold Burst. They're not going to work out for us. No, the scooter whiffs. MacMens has a chance. We got that 50 meter online. YRC is an option, but just walk back to S. Barely spacing out that option from MacMens. Jack going to move on a 3-0.
It's going to be QueenKoa on the jam versus RedIAmNot.
Match for the ages. I will be taking this.
And speaking of the DLC characters, right, she's not as new as Robo-ky is, but Jam's still pretty fresh in the game. QueenKoa, I mean, am I wrong to say she's got to be like she's got to be the Jam proprietor, it seems like, in this meta, if I can call it that, of Strive 2.0, seeing what this character can do. RedIAmNot, of course, the Goldlewis GOAT, keeping you here in the corner. The FD to try to press you back. I love that. Try to answer on the BT, but Red with the PRC able to answer with the jab.
Oh, tries to parry the drone. RedIAmNot, knowing that she's going for it, just hops, skips, and jumps on over. Koa already on death's door, doing nothing after that 5H. Try maybe condition Red to press. Yeah, tries to go for that cancel. Yeah, there goes. Oh, okay, only goes for the S buff. Dash up throw. Yeah, just goes for that safe jump. Wants to stay alive, but there goes a 2B that's not going to safe jab. Not going to die just yet, but RedIAmNot doing an incredible job trying to go for that security cancel.
And there it is. That BT to close it out. Big shouts to P21. Thanks for the sub, homie. You didn't have to do that, man. Appreciate you. Big shouts to P21. Buff Venom, by the way. Let me get that command in the chat. P21 asks, what is my ideal guest character for Strive? Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't mean to be cheap, but I'll throw it back onto the chat. What do y'all think? I know there's been a lot of guesses. People have been talking about who that guest character is going to be. I'm excited, man. Arxis making a guest character. I know they're going to be good no matter what. So I'm kind of up for anything. We'll see what we got.
I won't be cheap. Give me Ragna. Give me Ragna the Blood Edge.
Yeah? We got a CF Glazer over here. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Give me my boy.
Someone saying Chainsaw Man? Honestly? Yeah.
Yo, Fuzzy!
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about this jam, bro. Had that Ryujin blue in the back pocket. Koa mixing you up, cashing out, evens up the rounds. Red still in a great spot, trying to check you with those 2Ks. Does get this cross up after that puffball connects. Another cross up, speaking of, putting you in the corner as well.
Got chat saying RoboCop. Bringing back Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, what was that? MK10? Oh my god.
I think it was MK11, yeah. Oh, yo. Yo, just cancel, yeah, into the super. Yeah, down with the system. Down with the jam. Takes the first game. Denies the burst.
Nice stuff here. Red, you know, I was giving Jack his flowers earlier, most winningest player here in the tournament series I run. But RedIAmNot at this point, I gotta redo the numbers. It's probably pretty close. Jack taking a little bit of a hiatus after HC got the axe. And then, I mean, it wasn't in Jack's favor. I literally banned the character for a couple weeks there. So I wasn't doing Jack any favors. So Red tearing it up here on this Goldlewis and is positioned to win this tournament from the winner's side. It's going to be a lot of factors. Is it going to be that Robo-ky coming up to the loser side? Is it going to be QueenKoa securing out this set on the jam? Of course, don't forget, we got Fishy down there as well in that Eno. A lot of cool characters in this top 8. QueenKoa baiting that burst, getting those stocks, and breaking the wall.
Got that full buff. Yeah, go for the cross up. Now, this is going to get us to the wall, but last interaction here, not going to get the kill just yet. Staring at RedIAmNot with full security and almost full tension as well. Definitely a rough scenario for QueenKoa. As we go for the just okay. Whoa, what a back throw on the side of RedIAmNot. Trying to find that last bit of life. QueenKoa in a really rough position.
Oh, the deflect shield. Able to push you back. That whiff BT. Got Red. Be a little antsy. Not antsy. What word am I looking for? Was respecting that jam pull up after. And because of that, Koa was able to find that throw. Air blocking this special move. Getting sat down. Good JK punish here from Red. Tries to go for that cross up. Gets scooped here on the low. Sat back down with those BTs. Nice IBFD there from QueenKoa.
Oh, counter hit. Not going to get a ton. But still, the damage adds up, and there goes the same side. JH, RedIAmNot tying up the game. Round apiece. Burst is equalized as Koa finds a throw to start us off.
Okay, using that security here. Honestly, if you can spend that security, if it secures you the corner pressure, it's worth it, huh? You don't have the drone to follow up with, but you don't need it. There in the corner, PRC to bait out the burst. Koa securing this wall break. Doesn't have the tension, but has full stocks here. To burn it down, sitting it down. I wonder if you can punish that with blue Ryujin. I wonder. Like on reaction?
Maybe, actually. I wonder if you get caught by the drone, though. Okay, I actually really like her decision to retain full buff here because now any hit will do it. Oh, trade.
Oh, throws you through the burner down, but needs one more hit.
Tried to go for the fuzzy, ended up dropping, but is able to call out the minigun. Pixel and a Dream. QueenKoa tying up the set. Game apiece. Holy. Catching that in the replay. Yeah, just full sent. Called out the landing. And you saw that, unfortunately, tried to go for that fuzzy. Didn't work out for us, but was ready for the minigun attempt to RedIAmNot, trying to chip her out.
Oh my gosh. Close game from both those players. Red trying to burn you down. Koa finding that chance to go for the throw. Puffball securing a full stock afterwards. Another throw to sit you down. Got to be careful. This low going to deal a lot of damage if it hits, but it actually gets blocked, and then Red finds the counter hit after, but the puffballs have been sitting you down. I didn't know you could get 5k off of that, bursting you back.
Fair amount of damage. Goes to the same side. Koa does have those 2 cards online, but might not be able to use them if we keep getting hit by these counter hits. RedIAmNot locking us down with a drone. There goes the YRC. We want to escape. Opts not to go for another card. Just tries to keep that pressure rocking. We do have that K card, but we're not going to be able to use it. RedIAmNot with the minigun. Going to be going up in the game. Takes the first round of game 3 here. Going into it with not a ton of burst, but with that round lead we have over Koa, going to be able to get that back up ever so slowly.
Using that H-Stock to keep the pressure up. Red trying to find those chances for the jump JDs. This time the JK wasn't close enough to connect, so Koa jabbing you down. Was able to jail you back into that drone. Gets rewarded with the frames and the throw after calling out that overhead BT with a reversal super here. Koa going to secure some damage. Not close enough to the wall to get any breaks or anything like that, but is gotcha thrown over and over again. Got that K stock. What do we got? Nice jab there from Red.
Oh, but we find the crossover. Okay, yeah, goes to the same side just to keep the corner. Is able to find the fuzzy. You see Koa try to find the IBFD on the BRC hit just to get that spacing. Make sure Red's too far away, but it didn't end up working out. They're trying to find that low. Red responding correctly, blocking it out. Is able to find the air behemoth. Goes for the RC burst. Has to come out from Koa.
Oh, great stuff there from Red. Calling out, maybe even reacting there to that dash forward. Koa trying to find a stray hit. Of course, still had the K stock for an enhanced Ryujin. And I mean, Red is tanky on the Goldlewis, but that may have been kill percent depending. But Red not going to let you have it. Was ready with that throw back. And now we're moving to game 4.
Doing a wonderful, wonderful job.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh my gosh. Already sitting you down. Queen is so comfortable there in the air with this jam. Red finding some good times to sit you down with that 2P.
Okay. Yeah, just use that drone, keep us locked down. See Koa trying to go for that parry, doesn't work out. There goes the down with the system. Not full churn, but still hard knockdown. QueenKoa just a breath away from death. We do have that meter. Yeah, go for that Ryujin RC. Tries to keep that pressure rolling, but the IB gonna put us in a rough scenario. RedIAmNot trying to chip us out and is able to successfully. Minigun just wearing away that FD meter. And RedIAmNot now in set point.
Oh, okay. Up back, trying to get away from any cheeky throws there from Koa. She does confirm this counter hit into a wall. Okay, almost a wall break. Good damage. The backdash getting caught here, but another reversal from Koa. Does not want to hold these meaties from Red. High, low, doesn't matter. We got the reversal super and the wall break this time was close enough to bring it to the corner. Oh my god, that throw.
Oh, nice throw on the low. That's one bit of counterplay you can put into that into jam as she goes for a lot of these kind of tricky scenarios with the flip loaf. You can back throw her and really get started with this lethal pressure risk. Starting to crank up high. Koa able to find that counter hit. Offs just go for the 1 card. I like that. Goes for the K card. So now just any hit really in neutral will do it. Will seal the deal on the round. But RedIAmNot one more hit away from glory, and there it is. Taking it with the overhead spike, slamming down. Jam in a coffin. Red moves on to winner side grand finals.
Jack out here. I mean, I'll say it again, man. Went from low-key being a villain, bro. I was reading the YouTube comments. I saw what y'all had to say about Jack's HC. But now you ain't got nothing to say. Those same people saying, let's go Jack, as he pulls up on this Robo-ky. Nice stroke there from Fishy going under the rocket. Jack bursts you back.
And immediately Fishy stepping on the gas puts us through the wall. Able to get that positive bonus. So we do have that 50 meter already. So stuff like HCL RC or exactly the Fishy Classic, that the S-Dive RC, able to break the wall. Gonna go for that Fortissimo, yeah, and get the extra little bit of damage. And it's not gonna be enough. But are we gonna fake low, go high? What's the mix? Oh!
Taking a shotgun blast from the elbow right there. Fishy sat down, spends the burst. Jack here saying, okay, at least I got that resource from you, I suppose. Fishy closes out the round with the JS. Did have to spend that resource, but it could just be for the momentum. We'll see if Jack can try to get you back here. Nice jab.
Not gonna wall break, but we do keep corner. He is able to find the overhead. Yeah, just sets up Matt just to get a little bit back of that electricity. But Fishy catching us with the counter hit. JS going to be putting us back to the wall as we find the 2K burst coming up from Jack. We have that 100 meter. We want to keep momentum. We want to get more electricity. However, Fishy going to be putting us to the wall yet again. MLA going to do it.
Oh, Fishy, I think that was maybe a 6P commit right there that Jack was able to jab through the startup of. I love this movement, man. Fishy is, of course, a character that has some pretty interesting movement. Unfortunate. I think that was an air deflect shield when Jack tried to use it on the ground, but here we'll see it on the replay. I think maybe that was an air deflect shield that got canceled the moment we landed. What do you think, Maddie? Let's see.
I want to say that's the case. We're going to catch it, as you said, on the replay. Oh. Yeah, it got canceled just on the landing. Maybe tried to deflect shield. Maybe it's some of the last hits of the dive. Just didn't work out.
Oh man, of course, you maybe wanted to try to use it grounded potentially, but that was a very tight window there. if you were going to use it on the ground, you had to use it quick. So I don't blame you. I mean, damn, I forget that air deflect shield's even a thing. Last time I used air deflect shield was on Faust Banana to crash the game, but
I think the last time I used air deflect shield, it was a misinput.
shouts to I like teasing him for this. Shouts to Pick Guy on the Combo Breaker pool stream, who did air deflect shield when he meant to air grab. He won that set, but I remember I watched you, Pick Guy. Here we go. Anyways, Fishy trying to block you back. The pony mixing you up, but hey, a stroke to answer. Not for long, though.
I think I did that on Frosty's stream.
Frosty? No, it was combo. Well, it may have happened on Frosty as well. I think I'm talking about combo.
No, I
breaker.
think I did it on Frosty's.
Oh, you. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, you gotta send me the clip after,
finding
homie.
these throws.
We're all having fun here.
Oh, Megalomania. But ends up able to still save, finds the S-stroke, gets the burst out of Jack, but Jack able to find that close slash, keep the pressure rocking. As we find that 6PRC just to keep it rolling. Side swap, finds the throw yet again. Such lethal pressure as we find the empty jump command grab. Weren't expecting that. Jack in kind of a scrambly end to that round, able to take it.
Oh, an empty dash throw here. You see Jack very backdash heavy here, and it's been a little hard to answer, to be honest. Not that Fishy's necessarily doing anything wrong. It's just like Jack's finding some great spots. In fact, Fishy's running some great pressure here. Gonna be able to get that super. Secure this over.
So much damage.
Yeah, dude, the damage adding up. It's almost gonna be enough to kill.
Oh, there goes the 6B. Call out that air dash in. Jack just trying to find some time, but not gonna be enough as Fishy gonna take the round. Back throw incident. It could happen to you. Ties up the game. And already Jack in kind of a rough scenario here. We are going to get that burst back. Have to wonder if we spend it kind of quick. And there it is again. You were talking about Jack being fairly backdash heavy. Ends up dodging an option from Fishy. And suddenly Jack getting that offense rolling. Sets up the mat yet again. We have the level 3. It's representing that unicorn mix. Fishy's still just kind of locked down.
And the fast RC after that dive. Jack spends the burst to push it back. Yeah, your back's to the wall, but at least you're sitting on the mat. Your Tootsies are staying warm out here. Look at that, getting charged up. Jack trying to keep that pressure up, but Fishy FDing you back, finds the 2K. I think Jack went for a 2K there as well, but Fishy gets the low crush, puts you in the corner. Interesting missile arc there. FD to keep you back, gets the far slash punish, but Fishy has the burst.
Oh, able to find that cross up JH yet again, and it's gonna be enough with the RC. Jack. The clutch moment ties it up 1-1 apiece. Fishy kind of caught off guard there near the end. You see Jack with that counter hit 2K. We've seen that represented a ton though. Just that immediate just back air backdash. JH been working out a ton tonight.
Dude, evening up the games here. I'm rooting for the people's champ. Jack out here, Titan of the game, on that Robo-ky, new DLC character, fun to watch, fun to play, dare I say, fun to play against. But FishyFishy in their first Jeekly top 8. Gonna see how far they can make it through this bracket. Already up here in that top 4 spot on this Eno. Got people sweating when we see that hover dash. But Jack looking strong in this robotic Kyle. Got that mat under your feet. Fishy getting the knockdown. Gets the note after as well. Jack with the back to the wall. Spends the burst.
Oh, I like that. Okay, level 2 rocket catching Fishy in the air a little bit. Giving Jack a little bit more time. Fortissimo sending us through the wall. Fishy with the hard knockdown is going to fake the high, go low. He's going to be going through the wall yet again. Start looping this positive bonus, especially as we're getting up closer and closer to that 50.
Jack keeping the pressure up. The PRC forward. Fishy finds a good chance to sultry towards you, but unfortunately for Jack, these raw ponies aren't paying off. Fishy finding them as great opportunities to go for stroke. And speaking of, there it is, catching the backdash as well. The JS also catching it. Jack finally getting figured out here on these backdash timings. Fishy spending the momentum burst. Jack's still in the corner, but not in the combo quite yet. Fishy is finding some hits.
Oh, finds a nice reset with the JS as well. Counter hit comes out. Gets the burst out of Jack. Definitely what you want to see if you're Fishy. Just make sure you don't have to contend with that, perhaps at a more pivotal moment. But Jack, with that counter hit Fire Slash, able to get more Robo-ky offense rolling as we try to beat out the 6P option. But there goes the stroke, just going to slide on in as Jack spends that YRC, tries to get back in, is able to. We do have the super. Yeah, go ahead and spend it. Cash out with any electricity you got. I know we were pretty low. Yeah, I got 45. And not going to be enough. Still alive with quite literally a pixel.
Oh, that is the third round win Jack has had with that damn level 1 rocket. Shouts to the chatter who called it projectile dysfunction. Was it Hazel? Oh my god, Jack making the best of what he has, man. That's what you got to do out here. Fishy getting you with that overdrive.
I think the funniest part as well is it's not only just level 1 rocket, but it's always Jack hitting the fadeaway with it.
Yeah, the fadeaway. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Gets around the stroke. PRC drift down.
Yeah, that try jump, maybe stuffing an input. JH gonna get us a ton of reward as you're up into that level 3 electricity range. Yeah, just make sure you stay plus. No, just tries to go for the unicorn. Tries to bait out maybe an option here from Fishy.
Yo, bro, Jack out here with the fire sale with the 3 mats, man. He said, pick your which one you want. I got 3 for you, homie. That was a funny combo. Able to backdash through this pressure, trying to find the hit with these lucky launchers.
Yeah, just go for that side swap. I love the JD routing. Make sure we get that wall stick. And yeah, just quickly at 5P confirm it. Jack gonna be on a 2-1 lead over Fishy trying to get into that payout range. Jack trying to get there as well and doing an incredible job, able to get the lead, take the driver's seat in the set. And I really love this routing we're seeing on the replay as well. I love it, just using that JDJS just to make sure start damaging that wall health just a little bit more.
We'll see what we got here as we're pulling up into game 4. I mean, I do it like when you're playing Robo-ky, win or lose, I bet you're having fun, bro. And that's definitely an
so
awesome
wacky
thing about a fighting game. When you're playing a character that you're having fun with, looks like Jack is having a good time.
Doing some great defense up here against Eno. There goes the counter hit Fire Slash. We're doing that level 3 online. Lucky Launcher gonna get us a ton of electricity back, as we do have, because of that mat, back up to that level 3 electricity. Not going through the wall just yet, but again, we have that level 3 rocket. And suddenly, Fishy on death's door. Jack on the verge of set point.
Want a pixel here. Fishy still fighting back. Is going to be able to secure this reset. The stroke locks you down. The super follows up for the wall break. Jack with a lot of resources, but Fishy with this momentum has to block out that jab. And the pony didn't get the chance to go for the stroke there. Jack gets the mix and puts himself on the set point.
One last round to take it all. You saw Fishy try to get that burst out of Jack, try to stay alive, but Jack spends it early into this round, trying to make sure we get that momentum rolling, build up that electricity slowly but surely. Fishy still trying to find an answer, trying to find the time to retaliate, and there it is. Finds the 2K, gets the blender rocking with the low yet again. We have the that close to 100 meter to make sure it hurts, keep the pressure safe. Finds the JS yet again. Are we going through the wall? Yes, we are, as we build up just enough to have 50 on the neutral.
MLA does a lot of damage. Getting jailed down with these rockets. Nice 6P to keep yourself safe there on the mat. Fishy with that 100, trying to pull up the level 3 rockets, keeping you down. The level 2 still homes, so that hover dash isn't as easy to get in with, but Fishy still finds their way in, evening up the rounds. Jack still sitting on set point, but signs of life out here, especially with those strokes connecting.
Oh, just dash up throw. Fishy maybe playing a little bit passive, a little bit defensive there. Jack taking advantage of that, finds that throw, catches the low yet again. Lucky Launcher going to be putting us through the wall. Yeah, opt just to spend the super, save the electricity for post wall break, I presume. Yeah, it still does a ton of damage minimum. And one more interaction is really all it is. But no, waited out the deflect shield, but still pressed. It was out there too long.
Very active defensive mechanic there. The Sultry's getting you around, but committed to the 2S, and Jack finds the hit, moves on to losers finals. Will be going up against QueenKoa. This top 3 here going up against QueenKoa. She wants to get to those grand finals, but is Jack going to keep her down?
And I remember Koa talking about as well, just kind of like once you kind of get the anti-jam defense down, it can be incredibly hard, at least on the offense, to get her going. So I'm definitely excited to see if Jack is able to keep it rocking, keep the defense going, make sure Koa is not really able to start snowballing, especially with that K card.
Oh, just out of range of the puffball. Jack getting that electricity and the punish. Full charge dust to get this overdrive as well. No burst to stop you. The positive bonus going to start cranking here for Kyle.
Yeah, a ton of damage, and I like that. Just do nothing after the 2D. Able to find a cheeky little 2K press there. Tap, dust, Jack quickly taking that first round.
Definitely keeping that momentum up, man. When you block a reversal like that, yeah, it may, like, you get the damage after. You got that positive bonus cranking, but even more than that, you got that mental damage of the moment you were ready to go for the reversal, your opponent was blocking it out. Like, Jack needs to keep that going if he wants to secure this win without a sweat. And already off to a great start here. Going to overdrive you through. Has a little bit of electricity in the back pocket.
Heard you on the mic. Decided, you know what? I need a little bit more charge. It tries to disengage with the unicorn. Jails us down with the JP. No burst to be found. Yeah, opts just to keep the corner. Goes for the burst bait. And Koa able to actually escape. Goes for not the full buff. Opts just wants to keep the pressure rolling. Catches with the low. Okay, now we got the K card. Any hit's gonna hurt.
FDing you back. The puffball to keep hitting you. Trying to catch you with that 5H. Air blocking these special moves. Koa gets jabbed here. Spends the burst. And with 1 pixel, the OTG not enough to kill. It's gonna be the low. Maybe there's a fuzzy block timing there, but I mean, that's damn near 50-50, man. She's in the air. She's got the air low. What are you supposed to do there? Jack going down.
Yeah, incredibly rough visually, especially if you're trying to like, okay, you're used to people being in the air. They're just always going to be an overhead. She just slides on over to the ground. Suddenly, you know, you're tripped down. You're looking down at the ground.
Oh,
Tries to go for the cross up. Didn't actually snipe, but we were able to escape the corner Jeek. So now Koa trying to go for that fuzzy is able to catch her that low again. And yeah, I mean, as you were talking about, Jeek, effectively a 50-50. It's so weird to look at.
yeah, I mean, definitely one of her strengths. Koa, I mean, showing the other strengths as well, right? Very fast air movement, great air stalls. Also, Koa just a high APM player. She's good at the game, believe it or not. So able to go for these quick reactions, staying safe here on these puff balls, pushing Jack off the mat. Now Jack's got you with this pony. Good air block here. Koa wire sees you back.
Jack, however, going to be taking the first game. That was only game 1. But going to be taking the first game of the set.
Yeah, Chrome, all I was saying was, like, I don't know, like, what was the situation? It was like Koa did, I don't know if it was like a jump delay special into the low. But my point just being, like I'm OSing there. Like, before any jam mates come out and tell me, actually, you can defend it by doing this. I was just saying, like, hey, that air special low, it's basically invisible, right? So, here we go. Jack looking good in this first game. Still, QueenKoa fighting back here on this jam. She wants to get that run back if she can. I think this is the first time we've had a jam this far up in the bracket, man. All these new DLC characters looking good, but they have to fight against each other to get to that grand finals.
No matter what, a 2.0 character will be in grands fighting against the Goldlewis, the Secretary of Absolute Defense. Jack able to find that counter hit far slash. We do have the 50 electricity, and honestly that looks like we pressed a button. That looks so weird.
Okay, good jump. Trying to get away from any throw attempts. Jack still keeps that pressure up, builds up that electricity. It's only a little bit, so that pony isn't too impressive. Nice punish here from Koa. There's that air saw I was telling you about. She gets a back throw to put you down here. Reacting to that cross up. Jack looking good. Tries to go for the throw. Koa doesn't punish. And with that jab, Jack seals the round.
Yeah, Koa definitely getting a lot of reward off of these hits in neutral, and then just trying those explosive, damaging jam routes, especially with that K card, but not really able to get too much rolling. And once actually on offense, you're able to get that close slash here. Jack opts to spend that burst. Rolling +6 guard crush, goes to the close slash, able to call out with the stagger. Koa spends the burst to try to stay alive, try to get some momentum going, but Jack with the defense calls out the low.
I like that B or C setup there. Jack's defense too good though. As the mat. Oh my god. The fast RC turning that jab air to air into a wall break. The damage going to add up here. The last hit is always so much. I'm like, okay, I actually don't know if it's going to kill or not. Jack sealing out game 2 here with some flashy play.
Working on a 3-0 victory over QueenKoa, but I mean, hey, not if she has anything to say about it. We're still in the set, doing a great job on the jam. Just got to find answers to really what Jack's representing here. We're kind of getting called out on that defense.
Here in this losers finals, UmKellan trying to make it back up to that grand final spot to get her run back on RedIAmNot, sitting pretty up there in grand finals. Who's gonna be their opponent? QueenKoa here on this jam, or is it gonna be Jack making a hell of a losers run in this bracket, coming in from the loser side? Can he do it here? Goes for that scooter, builds up that electricity. Probably not going to cash it out here. Likes to keep that resource there for the other side. But if Koa ever gets low enough, you know you'll see Jack cashing out.
For sure. We're low on electricity now. Yeah, Jack goes for the fadeaway. Ends up trading, but Jam able to just run straight on back in. Nice. Calls out the backdash. See Jack trying to go for like maybe a little bit of dash and backdash shimmy there. Able to get caught by a Jam. There goes just the classic strike throw. And I like that, right? Use the RC, the shockwave, just to launch up to have more time to go for the full buff. Make sure you're able to get all those cards on lock. Spends the burst, maybe to see if we're being a hero, because if we go down in the next couple interactions, maybe the next interaction, suddenly looking at potentially last round of the set with no burst online.
Ooh. All of a sudden, QueenKoa clapping back there. One enhanced reunion later, and your HP is damn near 0. The low connects. You got to be careful about the FD. It's not just about blocking high-low anymore. And it's going to, speaking of, Koa evens, or rather, sorry, gets the round advantage here in this game 3, trying to stop that bleeding here against Jack with that counter hit jab. Was getting a combo after, spends the burst to keep you back, and there's that counter hit 5H. Oh my god, Pony pulling up.
Jay just hop, skip, and a jump over the rocket, building up more and more electricity, but unfortunately get caught out by that jam low.
P to the knee right there. Jack breaking the wall. Ryujin red RC. Oh, okay. You know what? I like that actually. Using the RC to just get the resource, and then actually gets rewarded with the throw after as well. Hey, this is actually paying off for Koa quite a bit here.
Yeah, we do have that H card buff. Get that +6 rolling. But Jack, with the nice defense on the cross-up, spends the burst. We need to get Koa back down. Yeah, jailed in with the JP. We have no electricity to our name, and Koa with the far slash. Going to be staying alive, taking the game off Jack, putting a point on the board. But don't put the brooms away just yet, everybody. We saw Jack make the reverse sweep against Kriby. We could see Koa make the reverse sweep against Jack. Have to see if we're able to keep the jam momentum up and rolling.
Yeah, I mean, Jack definitely at the stamina disadvantage, right? Like, he's over there streaming. He's running a whole stream right now. Got the chat. Asking him Robo-ky questions while he's in the middle of a $100 bracket. He's, you know, he's come from the loser side. Definitely had the pressure on him. But no stranger to that pressure. QueenKoa, of course, very seasoned competitor as well. Coming in from that winner side, she's had a little bit more time to relax, think about her matchups, and maybe that'll pay off for her. Great stock super build. I mean, dude, she's had a really strong start to this round.
Okay, no whiff punish on the Lucky Launcher, but still just a little bit more damage. Koa able to cash out with the K card, take the round off the board.
Bursting you back. If you don't have a DP for that 2D, especially if it's hitting you, just going to burst you back. Does not want to let Jack get a knockdown. He is going to get his burst here, but it's going to be after that K stock. Koa been showing you that strong Ryujin confirm from her arsenal. Let's see if she can do it again here.
Nice wake up 2K mash, calls out the dash up, and yeah, just goes to that RC after the blue card. Make sure we can get that corner carry Jack back against the wall. We do with that 50 meter, we do with that 100, close to 100 electricity, as those level 3 rockets are going to lock us down. But there goes the 6P, build up more and more of that electricity, but there goes the reversal. No, it ends up getting blocked. It always looks like a button.
Yeah, I actually like looked away like, ooh, but then I look back and I see that Jack is belt to ass right now, and spending all that electricity wasn't enough to kill though.
It just goes through the YOLO tap dust, doesn't work out for us. Fade away, not going to work out this time, as Koa just needs one more hit to do it, and there goes the Gekiden. We are on a game 5.
Awesome stuff right there. Jack, honestly, you've been getting away with murder with all these level 1 rockets working out in his favor, but this time the whiff actually gets punished and QueenKoa comes out on top. Look at that with the far slash. Doing the 2P, trying to see if we can't get Jack to go for a reversal or a YRC. He doesn't take the bait, but the overhead catches him crouching. We're moving on to game 5, and what I said earlier about that stamina, you really got to start thinking about that here. This is Jack's second game 5 here in this top 8 alone. Even if he wins this, can he take it all the way to the grand finals in 2 more sets? I don't know. We'll see. Koa clapping back.
Okay, able to call it with a Gekiden yet again. Same thing that got us that last round. Oh, tries to go for a little bit of a card grab with a 2P. Maybe expected it to wall splat. Didn't work out. Jack able to find a nice little mash there. But there goes the, yeah, there goes the wall splat. And suddenly QueenKoa on set point over Jack.
Usagi right now just along for the ride, man. Jack trying to catch you with this 5H. Counter hit gets bursted back. Jack building up a little bit of electricity before leaving that corner, but Koa still finds her 6H counter hit and full stocks as well. I know she's not scared to go for that reversal. She's going to spend it on the 50 tension on that fast RC here. Trying to catch you with some of these raw special moves. Jack trying to keep you back with that FD, but this jam isn't staying off you with that RC low. QueenKoa moves on to grand finals.
Putting down Jack in a 3-2 victory.
A run back set potentially. Well, it is. Not potentially. It literally is. QueenKoa going down to red in winners finals earlier today. She did manage to get a game there on the board. So showed that this Goldlewis can bleed. And now with this reinvigorated jam that we're seeing, she felt the sting of defeat. Felt the closeness to death. Coming up to this grand finals, can we take out the Secretary of Absolute Defense? I don't know. This first round looking good with that enhanced Ryujin.
We were talking about stamina earlier as well. Koa at this point played a fair amount of sets, while RedIAmNot definitely had a chance, take a breather, take a little bit, get a drink, definitely reorient themselves, get back in the zone. But Koa still warmed up, still hungry, as you saw, took that first round, but RedIAmNot trying to return the favor, gets the full churn on the down with the system, and suddenly we're in 30%.
The 2K catches, same side gets blocked. She did this earlier in winners finals. She's doing it again here in grands, reminding RedIAmNot, if you go for too slow at BT and she's got 50 tension, she's going to break the wall on you right there. What a great answer. The low connects, keeps this Goldlewis in the corner, trying to up forward, but Koa jails you down.
Okay, we do have that K card. Finds the throw. We have the 50 meter as well. Any hit's going to do it. There goes the gold burst. Oh, there it is.
You saw that, Medi. Great stuff. Able to get around that drone there. Red trying to keep you down with that minigun, but it wasn't enough for QueenKoa.
Yeah, I love that. Just quite literally hop, skip, and a jump over drone.
And there was that enhanced reunion that she got maybe, what was that, like a couple moments ago. That's a cool thing about Jam I really like. And probably feels really rewarding when you play her. You can probably speak to this, right? You get that knockdown that gets you a stock, and you just keep that thing in the back pocket for when it really matters, you know? So, oh, must feel really good when you finally get that, especially when it's enhanced Ryujin to kill. Red knocking you down, though.
For sure as well, especially when you find those little moments just to recoup those 1 or 2 cards where you can. And then just, you have those, as you're talking about, in the back pocket, but... Back pocket about to start shrinking here in the set as, yeah, RedIAmNot going to stuff out the Ryujin attempt. We had the meter, we had Burn It Down online, only a few things Koa was going to try to represent. And RedIAmNot just ready with the stuff.
Remember I said earlier that you could probably punish that with enhanced Ryujin? I guess I learned, I guess we got to see. Yeah, so shout out to Koa playing Mythbusters for us right now. She does have some stocks to keep this pressure up. Nice 6P there from Red.
Yeah, able to get the wall break. No churn, however, so we're not going to go for the super. We do have K card. We do have 50 meter on the side of QueenKoa. Got the 100 meter now, so we can do a little bit of shenanigans like so. We can still get that K card applied just in the back, waiting. But going to be waiting for a fair amount of time as RedIAmNot going to be tying up the set 1-1.
Yeah, to refresh those stocks in the next game. QueenKoa with some cool air movement, though. You caught it there in the replay. But I gotta say, man, Red's been finding some great spots to 6P out of block stun. I mean, there it was right there. What was that? Far slash? I didn't see what Queen pressed, but Red able to 6P you there. 6P'd earlier, that overhead flip. Moving into game 3 here. QueenKoa showing you that we can get those games. We got one earlier, we got one now. But Red out here, the GOAT of the game, taking the titles out here for the Jeekly for many weeks in a row now. See if they can do it again.
Already spinning that burst, that momentum. I like that IBFD right after Fire Slash, going to catch the Geki in an attempt. But yeah, that's kind of the playbook we've seen a lot from Koa's, right? You just kind of back up. We're going to play really aggro. We're still going to play really aggro because it is jam, but we are just going to kind of wait for our 50 meter just so we can slam that Ryujin, get in immediately as we clip to the low. This is actually going to dodge. Yeah, there it is. Full punish. And this should be enough to kill, yeah.
Red RC, just to be sure. Nice stuff there from QueenKoa. Some of those overdrives, I'm looking at you, Unika, and catch you on the back as well. But this time, QueenKoa was able to find that flip over, get that punish there on the super. Red, crossing you up, though. Talking about crossing up. The JH actually was so meaty, it didn't connect. QueenKoa able to FD you back here.
Oh, tries to go for the same side throw. However, QueenKoa already is able to find the tech. We do have the 50 meter. Yeah, goes to the flip, still plus. Backs up after the 2H just to stay safe. Goes to the 0 on block. Unfortunately, doesn't find the throw. RedIAmNot with a round.
I'm gonna strike you with that far slash here. Red boxing you back as well. That JD looking good.
Yeah, you're seeing Koa as well, just kind of going for a lot of these staggers, kind of condition us just to kind of chill out, not wanting to press. Goes for that slide in and is finally able to find that throw on offense. But there goes the drone. Wonder if we're going to go for the wall break. No, just keep it rolling. Tries to find the same side. There goes the overhead.
These slow BTs when Koa has 50 meter is a gamble. He's not afraid to use it. That damage still could be out of the player's game. Did we cross up again? We did, Medi. Nice stuff. QueenKoa with that enhanced Ryujin gets game 2 on the board.
One more game to reset to put RedIAmNot down on the loser side of Grands. But right now as well, Red playing incredibly well into the jam. Have to see if we can maintain that level of gameplay, if we can, find the answers to what QueenKoa is representing here. I have to see, because she's kind of playing very clean kind of strike throw gameplay, just kind of waiting for that 50 meter, either just find a random Ryujin in, or do some shenanigans with the high-low.
Oh, nice parry there on the BT. That's ballsy, bro. I don't know how active that parry is, but doing anything but blocking or backdashing those BTs, like, okay, you're risky, homie.
Okay, clips with the overhead. He is going to be able to find a quick 5P wall break, getting closer and closer to that 30% range. RedIAmNot tries to stuff out with that 2S, just dash blocking in, playing defense so well around that puffball.
And even if you wanted the burst there, Koa built it on the wall break. Red gonna super you through so you don't get that chance to. You know what? I don't hate that. But the 2S. Red with some strong preemptive play. Koa goes down with a full stick of butter and full stocks.
Okay, able to find that throw. Opts not to go for a card, just goes for the plus frames. Oh, I love that fadeaway JP just to make sure RedIAmNot still just stuck in the corner, jailed back against the wall, but RedIAmNot able to find that same side. Tries to go for the same side again, but Jam ready for it. QueenKoa ready with the reversal. We've been seeing that so much recently. Just calling out as you were talking about a lot of these slower behemoths with the reversal, putting so much damage on board.
Good IBs keeping back this Koa here. The air stalls aren't as strong when she's far away. Double jump back to get away from that burn it down, but it brings you into the corner. Red. Oh my god. That deflect shield is active, but not active enough for that slow, low BT from RedIAmNot as we win game 4.
Holy. Such an incredible set here so far. Moving on to a game 5. In our grand finals, Koa has one more game to reset, and RedIAmNot trying to take away the tournament is just one more game away from glory.
Regardless of what you're rooting for here in this next game, y'all, do these players a favor. They're both in the prize pool. Add to it for free by claiming those remaining Matcherino codes. I just put the link in the chat. Would love if y'all can do that. Koa and Red would surely appreciate it as well. But who's going to get a bigger slice of that pie here, of that 100 buckaroos? Red with that fast RC. Didn't get that combo after with that red RC. Koa able to get the corner stolen for herself. Nice job spacing out Red here and gets rewarded with full stocks and the wall break.
Fair chunk of damage as well. Opts to go for the low. Steals the corner with the cross up. This is not going to be enough to kill. Yeah, it doesn't have the enhanced H card, so we weren't able to confirm with the K card. Still just incredibly rough for us now, because now we don't have any meter. We don't have any of our enhanced specials, and we need to find that neutral hit. But RedIAmNot with the insane burst bait. Doesn't even need the super. On tournament point. One more round away. Koa spent the burst. Now, RedIAmNot has free reign to run the offense, run the routes, and suddenly in just 2 or 3 interactions, it can all go away. Look, Jeek, life total draining. This might be enough.
Oh my god, one mix after the other. Everything connects, and with the 7 golden letters, RedIAmNot wins another Jeekly. It's going to be the 101. Big shout out to this Goldlewis. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a great weekend. Peace out.
Adios.